gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. There was a lot. There was a lot because it was a big jobs report. Everybody was waiting, rate cuts and what it means for PAL and everything else, even the economy. But in the revisions, and here's the deal, it came in a lot lower. It came in at 20,000. That is one of your that's one of your lowest prints in a while. And then they revised June down to a negative print, and that's your first negative print since COVID, and then besides that, like '08. So you're gonna have an interesting first couple of hours. It's gonna be literally the gigantic debate of whether or not this is good because it guarantees rate cuts, or it's gonna be halfway through everyone's gonna freak out about recession. So it could go either way. I think it's gonna be very, very fun, and there will be a lot in store, but you are going to have to be wise, my friends. And now we have 2 minutes, but here's the deal. If you guys are just getting here, please read the description. Like I tell you, I want you guys to read the rules. That's where I put the description. That's what I put in the description. So yeah, as you see today, there is no rules. So I can't ban anybody for anything. So good luck. Be smart. But yeah, there's no rules. Do whatever you want today. You guys wanted this. You want to see what it's like. I hope you stay focused. I'm going to do my thing, and here to highlight no rules, this is what I have for you. Hold on. I love it because you guys, this already baffled some of you. Are you ready? I have freed the chat. Even the chat has no, everybody. Let's see what you do with it. Because I don't think you guys would know what to do with it. I think people wanted this, but I don't know what they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you'd even know what to do with it if I gave it to you. So let's see. Good luck. Be smart. But again, watch the pumpers. Watch everything. That's it. So good luck, Chad. Yeah, look at all the rocket ships. Yeah, they're ready. That's what they want. So good luck. I hope you do good, brother. Do good. Oh, wow. Look at the chat. Oh, yeah. Look at it. And I'm the crazy one. Wow. Let's go, baby. All right, man. 30 seconds. Lock in. I hope the environment doesn't affect you too much. You know, you better lock in, baby. You better lock in, bro. Oh, yeah. This is what you... I know. Unleash the animal. I've been training it. I've been telling you guys. I love it. So let's go. Let's have fun. He said, turn this shit off. Round 1. Fight. You don't like it? You're a non-member. What the fuck? All right. I did those intels. I got a couple I want to look. Oh, come on, scammers. All right, Whirlpool. Oh, shit, the oil puts. Yeah, those are up. And then JD, again, the China ones, and then things related to materials. They've already gone a little bit crazy. So, again, watch that. And then Lulu. I don't know if the Lulu options have opened. Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay, you got 500% on the other Lulus. I wanted more. Wait, my shit won't even load. Oh, thank you, Caleb. I'm gonna get you guys a good play here for a second. Give me a sec, though. I gotta hunt it. I have one good idea. I need to monetize the Lulu. They're hoeing me on that. Yeah, is your TD down, or is this just Lulu? Yeah, bro, my TD's not working. Oh, there it is. Oh, they fucked me up. All right, Lulu just opened, but that thing is being hella weird. Yeah, they just scammed me on that, bro. Oh, that was dumb. It's literally 1,000%, and then now the chain open. The last fill was higher, but still. CPB, watch Tessie, and then watch the what's it called, the value plays. We need to see if you're gonna get the rotation or not. Yeah, XLP is trying to go. I don't know what it is. And then financials. You had a lot of financials yesterday, so don't lose sight of that. You also have Broadcom too. Where's the other one? Baba. Why are those up so much? Those won't fail. All right, I'm waiting. I don't stream alerts. No, I didn't send that. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Fig again. Their lockup is there, and then you're gonna see what happens with Lulu. Open. That thing is weird. Hood on the low. Nvidia, SPY. All right, man. 0.6. The Russell is the one leading. There's only one play I like, but I can't find the good one, Habibi. Oh, no way. CRM on the high. All right, that's it. I want another one. That's the only play I've taken there, but I don't like anything else. I thought we'd get a little bit more. I need to see more rotation or not. I even have those JDs too. Damn, that's at 2027. Okay. Yeah, and then ALB too. You got some old free ones, but they have the China news. That caused a lot. Apple, let's see Intel. There was one more chip related. Oh, Broadcom. Duh. The market panicked? Kind of, not really. I mean, last time we had the big revision last month, it dropped and it was really, give it like another hour, but then the next 3 days it started to go up. Yeah, you are having Freedom Friday. I've been looking here. I mean, you guys saw the chat in the morning. I just ignored it. It got too crazy. But, yeah. Oh, wait. Let me see the other one, actually. Oh, that one's not gonna... TLT? Yeah, TLT is on fire. Watch even the yen, too. Oh, where's your boy Bobo? All right, this is crazy because it's such a, what's it called? Such a big day with the jobs, man. But it's moving pretty calm. That's why I'm looking around. I haven't really gotten a read on anything. It's still the same. More risk on because of rate cuts. But like I'm telling you, that other part of the story is still lingering. So we will see. Oh, Ethereum. Today's the 6th. All right, see if Pepsi could start coming up. Pepsi and then the other staple, Google. And then Broadcom. Yeah, Pepsi's starting to move. So if the staples go, that's going to be its own little thing. UMAC. Man, y'all just pumping away. I'll have another one. I only have one play right now, but I kind of like it. I need to see the other one. Yeah, they won't let those in. Microsoft. Oh no, it's hard to use the chat. You guys are kind of, there's a lot of there's a lot of random stuff. So weird. Baidu in China. Yeah, Microsoft's starting to head down. All right, bro, I like it. I got one lotto. I'm gonna get you that one. That's it's all the same play. Who's the other one? Pizza. Yeah, PG. The staples are starting to wake up. Let's see. Can it do it? It might. Are you posting plays? Today is No Rules Friday. So I wanted to see what it would look like. I wanted to see what you guys would do. And I wanted you to see it too. So do whatever you want. That's what I've been doing this whole time. So I kind of wanted you guys to get a taste of it. But I hope it's organized. Nike's. Okay, Nike's coming down. Lulu came back up a decent amount. Been like 10. I like the Procter & Gamble ones. I already have a one that faded, but I don't know. It might be able to. I just don't think it'll go there. Let me check that other huge candle on Boeing. They were down earlier, and then so is Microsoft. I forgot that Chad's not on lockdown mode. I can't trust you. That wasn't a big pop. LDI, VFC on the high too. Watch the value plays. Like I'm saying, I'm paying attention to those. I want a good staple, but it may not be there, brother. May not be there. Okay. All right. No, the stream alerts thing, I'm waiting on this company, bro. But no, unfortunately. Like I said, if cancel ASAP, if anything, so we could get you refunded on there if you're aware, but because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. So, but we are working on it, but it's literally out of my control. There's Nvidia, Google, and a couple of others. Tessie. Senate Schumer says will force votes to reverse Trump import tariffs, citing jobs as a reason. Trump to issue order on wrongful detentions abroad. So Nvidia is going up. A lot of things are going up. Look at the high ticker. Boeing on the low, and defense stocks are flushing. DFEN, LMT. LMT is still in the green, but Boeing's in the red. Now you got UNH. Yeah, UNH not bad. There's gold now. Everybody in the GLD. Baba. Yeah, Baidu's starting to move there a little bit more. I mean, all the China plays did fairly decent. Which one was that? UNH, Wayfair, what's that? Something UUU and then a W one? And then IRM and then Tessie getting candles. All right, dude, someone asked it the other day. What happened to the, what's it called? What happened to the tariffs on furniture? Tesla, Google, Unity, Palo Alto, a lot of software and a lot of tech now. So get ready, you're going near the high, and then you got a lot of things kind of waking up here. Yeah, even GLD started to move. Yeah, they're just widening the spreads on there, but it's going. Okay. Broadcom. Yeah, I haven't. The premiums are just so crazy. City on the low. Yeah, Baidu over 100 is very big, considering how bad China's done just the last day or so. They kind of held up because remember it got hot and then it stopped. Broadcom flushing. Whoa, Broadcom, $2 down. It looks like post earnings. Yeah, gold and silver are doing it again. Oh shit, is it gonna work? Yeah, I don't know. My lotto was the gold, the short terms, not a recommendation. So I like gold. That's the only one I've liked today, and then one other play. But yeah, I mean, okay, now big red. Von der Leyen had a call with Brazil, so watch out. You just went from a lot of tech ramping, bro. You just gave up the whole day in that one candle. You're down 1 point. Again, there's a couple of headlines around the corner, but nothing yet. I mean, we just heard about Trump. You even had Trump in the morning there on some of the India stuff. There's even an NVO headline, too, that slipped in. Well, thank you, my friends. We'll see. I hope it's a good learning experience today. All right, there's gold. Checkpoint. There's Lulu now. Dude, that's so dumb. They kept it closed and I couldn't even sell it. And then it just died right by the time it opened. But yeah, I like the one leap on there a little better. Gold premiums are starting to go now. Okay, and gold is a weird one. I hate playing gold, by the way. Ask anybody. I usually play it with futures. But I saw something here. I want to try my other option shit. See if it could work. All right, there's GLD, there's bonds, and then take note, bro. The SPY just dumped. So again, you got a couple of headlines there just relating to some politics stuff, as well as other trade in Europe too. But yeah, you just gave it all up. Like I'm saying, this is what I'm expecting craziness today, just in the sense of I don't know how the market's gonna move, but like I'm telling you, you're gonna play a little game of back and forth of people reacting to, they're gonna react to the recession, or they're gonna react to the rate cuts, and if they like it or not. Okay, Google tech, you got a lot of stuff still pushing. More gold names are going, and then now the SPY's kind of tweaking around here. All right, all the gold play. You can make gold plays free if you want. GG's. Yeah, they're switching the bids now on them. Perfect. But yeah, you can make one set or two. You can make two sets free if you would like. See, that's what I was trying to show y'all in the mornings. Like, when I said, no rules, everybody was like, let me post a rocket ship. But, like, that's where we made money every single day. Like I'm saying, I'll go run through, hit these plays, we make them free, and then we're done. Oh, man. AEM. But yeah, you could do that with any of them if you'd like. Okay, 100% free. I'm gonna make one more free, I think. Because the Lord is with you. Okay, SPY ripping back up now. Nice. All right, I made two sets free. I can. That's it. Done. All right. Beautiful. Yeah, it sucks. I have one more play, but I don't know. That one doesn't have to hit now, but that's it. We got our exposure for the rest of the day, and then you'll be good. And then you'll be good. Lulu's going up. All right, and then, yeah, there's gold. If I sell a little bit, I freed it up for you. I hope. So let's see. Yeah, dude, Lulu just went straight up. I think they just scammed the options in the morning. Trump order applies to detained Americans. And then what time is it? Dude, Tessie again. Yeah, I like XLP. That's why I'm like, I want to see one of the staples, but they're kind of still, they haven't really made the move today. It's more tech. You got tech, software, and a couple of others kind of doing their thing. Everybody in the GLD. Yeah, China, then watch SQM and Albemarle. China has something related to something like sector stability with like materials. Yole. Welcome, baby. Good morning. Google on the high, and then Bitcoin now. So yeah, I mean, watch the dollar, and if dollar's down a lot. Well, there's your gold. Yeah, I mean, we just took $1 on GLD. That's huge. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad. They're all still working. We need the other set. I think we're in the game. Okay, nice. No exaggeration. I have, I'm not even going to tell you. I made the last gold free. Everything is free now. Those are killer. Beautiful. 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 That's crazy. All right, we did it. I did it, Joe. Woo! A bigger red now. Asset defense deficit scenario is now looking optimistic. Oh, that's the Schwab. Yeah, we'll check the long term in a little bit. That's it. I want some other plays, but like I'm saying, just watch staples, watch healthcare, and at this point, kind of like the other just dollar plays, things related to the dollar. We got gold early though, and like I said, I made everything free. You even heard me bling bling bling. So yeah, I'm already done. I have no risk on the table. We just have free contracts tied to the dollar in the move, and then like I'm saying, just be ready for the other shit I told you, where like we don't know if they're gonna freak out on recession or not. That's still the weird one, or if they're gonna start talking more rate cuts. Still super early. So, yeah, man, lock in and good morning. Good morning. I don't know where Hassett's at right now, but he is talking. Good morning. Yeah, they're in the Swiss are in America right now, so that's the other part. You got a couple of those other things, and I think the yen too. That's gonna be next up on the list. Okay, Lulu, man, straight up, just watch gold. I can't believe this one. They scammed me so hard. But I'm happy we still made some money. But now, I like the other longer term leaps on that one. Bonds are dying now. Hold on. That's your first red candle on bonds. Pay attention to that. That one's weird. Because again, today, the bad jobs report, that should help the bonds, essentially, if you're thinking rate cuts. Intel is going. I have an Intel play, but they're shitty. I have a short-term Intel play. Anything Intel with time is actually pretty decent. Oh, no. There's more time on this Intel. I thought it was only 1 day. Never mind. But yeah, they're not bad then. Papel. Okay, new low of the day, and just keep in mind the pre-market. This is where I'm telling you now, if we start dumping, you're liable to go back to pre-market. This is what I mean first hour. We haven't even been here for 30 minutes. It's been 25 minutes. So get ready for this next move here, and then probably by like Euro close an hour after, we'll see what's up. Okay, UNH going up. DQ, isn't that China? So watch if healthcare is the one that starts running. Because, yeah, they got the first bid. But SPY and bonds, I don't like that. Bonds have a shit ton of cushion, man. Even then, just think about how far we are from the danger zone. This is the best the bonds have been in months, or at least a couple of weeks. CRM and Meta on the high. But the whole point is nothing today has really caused that little bump up in yield. So if we do start watching yields go up, just pay attention. Yeah, UNH, Meta, CRM, Caesars, CZR, another UNH, bro. UNH actually really running. Where's the other one? GLD still up. Again, watch staples. But staples aren't guaranteed today, so sorry. I like it, but I don't. Oh shit, the GLD plays are still going. Yeah, Trump. Yeah, he's going off on Truth Social. Literally right now. Lows on the high. Okay, gold is still going. To unban Botsky. Dude. So, I don't know if you listen, bro, but I like you. I thought I did. But I don't know if you're trolling me at this point. That's what I said yesterday. Because I saw your email, bro. You just never followed the instructions. So I like the money. Thank you for that. But, like, straight up, bro, you just didn't. Every single time we asked for the unbanning, we said send the link. Bro, you've sent me so many emails, and none of them had the link. So, like, how can I unban you? It's really, that's why I said, I was like, I think you're starting to troll me at this point. Because, like, you pay attention, but, like, not really. So, yeah. And that's it. If there's no rules, I could go off on all of you. I don't have rules either. No way. All right. You missed some videos? Well, yeah, you emailed yesterday, and I said it right after you emailed. Like I'm saying, I don't know if you're trolling me, dog. At this point, it's crazy. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna be friends if you can't listen. You know, there's a big communication gap in our relationship, brother, and I'm over it. So you'll get unbanned next month if you follow the instructions. We're done with the unbanning though. So sorry, guys. Canadian PMI. Alrighty. AMD Big Red. Ooh, UNH. Dude, I'm telling you, UNH, I'm looking for a frog on there. I sent one out, but then you guys went crazy on it. That's what I was saying. The ones where, be careful. Because that one I sent out and then too much volume. You guys fucked it up. That's the one I didn't even take. I think everyone likes UNH too much. Tesla. Amazon's doing good. UPS kind of running. There was a daily on that, but that one fried. I really like the gold. Bro, one of the gold plays did 400% now. Oh, wait, all of them did, except the one with anything on the dailies, 400 or 500%. That's good, man. That's good. Like I'm saying, I mean, I communicated. You respond to me, and I respond almost instantly back. And then you still tell me you don't hear it. So go. If you have a newborn, go spend time with your newborn. But I don't think you might be wasting time here now. Merry Christmas. Today kind of felt like Christmas. You got no rules and 500 percenters in 30 minutes. I'm down. I'm down, bro. I'm down. Banana land. Yeah, UNH, they killed that. That's what I'm saying. Somebody fucked up the premium. The stock's the same. That one, everyone went too crazy. I like that play, but the volume fucked it up. I mean, watch the yen next, too, if we keep doing this weird bond shit. I mean, that is going to be in play. Oh, wait, Qualcomm's picking up? Okay, dude, Lulu is nuts, too. If value comes up, that'll be good. Notice, bro, there's a lot of, like, 2-3 percenters. Baidu's still going above 100. Those premiums are coming back, too. So there's a lot of those that are still moving. And then gold is still climbing. It's just not stopping. That's amazing. I like Procter Gamble, but I ain't getting no love on that one. That one's a good one. I thought it would be doing more by now. I think they're hoeing it. Oh yeah. Oh, I was about to do it. Someone took it. Okay, now they're moving the PGs, but that one's not as safe on the short term. A little bit of time I like, but not short term. I like the short term, but I just don't think it's going to hit. If it does, you'll do good, though. All right. EH, a lot of the China plays are going up right now. They're kind of waking up. And there's a lot of things in melt-up mode. So there's a lot of names that are up 2-3%. The Russell's up 0.9. Dow's only up by 0.05, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of melters right now. Yeah, Abercrombie's on the high. That's a melter too. More gold. Bro, that was fucking fire, dude. Y'all have no idea. Some of you do, but woo! But hey, I told you. I did tell you right away. I did. You all heard me say gold several times. And I said that's my only play. That was fire, bro. You have no idea. I took another 100 of them off the table. Oh, dude. Yeah, I like it. But yeah, I still have several more left. Alright, but that's it. I wish I got more, even though I got a lot. But they were cheap. I told you guys, cheapies. They were really cheap. Pizza. Alright, man. I think we're chill now. I should just turn it off before I take profit. Because at this point, I think I'm going to just keep taking profit too early. Nuke. I haven't seen any other like smaller caps besides like anything Russell, and then it's a weird dynamic because like the small caps running are like kind of big. They're not like smaller names. I don't think we've seen the same short squeeze. And Nasdaq 75 green, 25 red, Dow 17 green, 13 red, SPY 326 green, 177 red. Apple on the high now too. Bro, gold is still one way, man. It's kind of nuts. gonna go to the bathroom. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. Real Cult News on Twitter. You're going lower. So again, still the same dynamic pretty much from the morning. You're actually holding up the gap, but like I'm telling you, just watch this danger zone. We're just gonna probably fill this and then start a whole nother day, or if it even goes lower, you'll just keep rinsing and repeating that. So like I'm telling you, it's kind of like last time. I'm still playing the game. I don't know if we're reacting to recession or if we're reacting to more rate cuts right now. That really is the big issue right now. So we will see. But other than that, I will be right back. Follow me on Instagram, all of it. How do you guys like the no rules? I think some people like talking, but man, a lot of pumpers and a lot of it's hard to pick out information. I lost my voice.
Levies is an uncertainty tax. People don't know tariffs, they don't
what
know
up?
immigration, they don't know how to run a business with all this uncertainty, and that is acting as a real lead weight on the economy right now. And honestly, there's no reason why this economy should be grinding to a halt. It shouldn't be. We've got the most energetic, enterprising people in the world. We should be growing steadily at 2%, but I think this uncertainty is really slowing us down.
The uncertainty from
all the changes in policies.
All right, so you're talking trade, you're talking immigration.
Trade, immigration, geopolitics, the dollar. I mean, I know the president and the administration want to change a lot of things, but from a business person's perspective, they need to know who to sell to. They need to know where they can find workers, and this uncertainty. I mean, it's people voted, and that's I'm not getting into the politics here, but I am saying that there is a level of uncertainty here which is just causing people to freeze. And that's really what you're seeing. You can see it in the hiring numbers. That's the problem. Businesses aren't laying off thousands and thousands. They're just waiting to see. And the three most deadly words in economics are wait and see. When everybody decides to wait and see, what you see is not good.
But I mean, I think you can make an argument, though, that they got certainty on the tax front and actually stimulus on that front as far as expensing R&D and equipment. I think that there's more certainty on the regulatory front and more friendly regulatory policy. I think that on tariffs, I get the uncertainty. Will they, won't they? Will they stick? Will they be legal? But, what we've heard mostly from companies is that they're figuring out ways to mitigate it, and that they're not actually pausing or changing their strategies or
no. And I absolutely, the tax cuts are beneficial for corporations and beneficial for corporate profits. But on tariffs, my view on tariffs. I don't like tariffs, but I do think that making a deal with, we made a deal with Japan this week, or we make another deal with the UK, or suddenly we're going to double the tariffs in India. You've got to end it, because if when you look at the manufacturing numbers, how am I going to locate a plant in the US to compete against a foreign competitor when I don't know that those tariffs won't change next week? And so if you're going to do tariffs, do it through Congress, get a tariff regime in place that's going to stay for 20 years, then at least the play.
That's generally how it works under the Constitution. Interestingly, you mentioned Congress because there's a headline this morning that Schumer is going to force a vote that would basically try to undo Trump tariffs. We'll see how far they get on that. But I wonder if we do end up with a clash, not just with the courts, but with the Hill.
Well, it's got to be thoughtful, but the most important thing for business is tell me what the rules are. American business is extraordinarily good. They're very adaptive. They're very good at growing if you tell them what the rules are. So you're right.
I think that they're hearing what the rules are. The rules are you're going to have tariffs. You're going to have 20% tariffs probably.
But there's a difference between 20% and 50%. There's a difference country by country. And also, remember, they are a tax on consumers. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to have a recession here. I think we can avoid it. But I do think there's some clarity and certainty around these policies would make it easier for business to grow.
David, thanks for covering jobs and a bunch more. David Kelly.
All right, we are just over 30 minutes here into the trading session. Here are three big movers we're watching. Broadcom shares rallying after a top and bottom line beat and strong guidance, in part due to a new $10 billion order from a client for custom chips who remains unnamed, but multiple reports saying that client could be OpenAI. Cloud company Samsara, another AI beneficiary, raising full-year guidance after annual recurring revenue grew 30% there year over year. AI demand, the story. The CEO will be on Closing Bell Overtime this afternoon. Similar story for automation software company UiPath, boosting its outlook after strong demand for AI offerings. So the AI bull story appears to be very much intact.
Yes, we definitely need, at least the markets need that for sure. Our roadmap for the rest of the hour, an exclusive interview with the CEO of Lululemon. Calvin McDonald will join us. Shares are down sharply in early trade following the company's week guide.
Plus, is a $1 trillion pay package in play for Elon Musk? We've got details on this unprecedented proposal.
And Goldman's chief economist Jan Hatzius will join us at Post 9, give us his economic outlook following today's big jobs number.
Oh, man. Hi. Oh, shit. What was that? All right. Well, hello, Chatadonia. We're back. Reddit. Oh, they got a nice pop. Again, you're into the low. I think we're right near the pre-market where we were at. That is that one level. We're gonna wait a little. Oh shit, I forgot those. I might get rid of the other one. Is that the one? Yeah. Oh, they gave me a shitty price. This does change the rate cut odds. Yeah, it pretty much guaranteed it. That's it. It's just guaranteeing the rate cut for September. But like I'm saying, with the negative print, and if more and more people start talking about recession or slower jobs, that's going to increase the rate cuts, the amount of rate cuts. But then that's kind of the dilemma, because people might just start talking a lot different. You know what I'm saying? It's going from, yeah, we want a weak labor market, we want lower rates, to then they're like, wait a minute, what do you mean negative jobs? And what do you mean, wait, employment is actually slowing down? So it all just depends on how people digest that aspect of it.
Closes.
All right. If he cuts rates, will we avoid a recession? No. I mean, I don't know. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is just how people are viewing the economy. And now today's information, the negative revision, all of that, people are seeing the reality of the jobs market being down. So he's going to cut no matter what. If the jobs get worse, he's going to cut. People are going to think he's going to cut more. And then if the jobs get better, vice versa. But that's kind of the dilemma, is that today was good for rate cuts, but bad for the economy. So now which one do you care about more? Do you care more about Powell cutting, or are you going to be concerned about a negative print in 20,000 jobs a month now from here on out? What does that mean for the consumer and everything? So yeah, we're still going down there. I did a rollover. I took some more profits. But yeah, equal weight, everything else. NASDAQ is about to go negative now. SPY and Dow have already done it. Russell has given up about 0.6, 0.7. So yeah, VIX is going up here now. Gold has already made the move, bro. We hit that perfectly. So GG's, you guys. I hope you were paying attention. Trump on Truth Social. Too late, Powell should have lowered rates long ago. As usual, he is too late. MP, I think a lot of things are starting to sink right now. You're getting another like movement. We have like what, another hour till Euro close? Pizza. JD. RGLDO. That's like one of those gold things. B, 52-week high? No way. Barrick. All right, pay attention to those staples, though, because they're still trying to move right now. This is starting to rotate a little bit. So, let's see. Yeah, finance and utilities are the worst today. No way. Interesting. Then consumer is getting hit because of your boy. All right, now gold is coming down. Get ready. That's not good. So now you're getting the flush. Remember, there's a point where everything liquidates. So yeah, look at, like we said, it's happening right at the low end, like I told you. So you're right below the low end of the non-farms. This is our moment now. So what's going to happen? You're either going to keep flushing and stay there for like 3 hours, or we'll do like an hour of like discovering lows, and then it'll chill for like another hour, and then it'll set up a whole nother day. So yeah, I wouldn't panic yet, but like I've been telling you from the morning, you should know what is at play. You are just playing rate cut or recession. That's your game right now. Rate cut or recession chicken when it's all said and done. So get ready for it. Like I'm telling you, the emotions are going to probably flip-flop throughout the day. Target. All right, that's on the low. Apple even just took a dump. Watch out. Apple just went negative. Actually, Apple's not even fucking moving, bro. What is this? Guild on the high. Oh, Guild had something the other day. Okay. Well, I'm glad I took the daily, bro. I had a fuck ton of them. You guys have no idea. I can't believe those hit like that. That's what I was saying. It looked good on gold, but they materialized within 30 minutes. So I took them all, though. I took it all, and I just rolled over the money. So I'm happy. BNTX. Watch Apple, and then now there's your little SPY bounce. But just watch if you could get a big 7 leader or not. The staples want to go, but unfortunately, they're going to fuck with us today. I want the staples, man, and they look awesome. Like, even then, MO, they look good right now compared to the market, but I just don't know if they're going to have follow-through. I think the staples can hold up, but I just don't know if they'll keep going. Then that right there will make it challenging. IoT, that's post-earnings. DAC. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Apple. Who's the other one? All right, bro, I think we're going to be good. That's it. You just got to play this dynamic now. Like I told you, the next hour. JD, watch if China plays flip, though. That won't be good because China is actually supporting you to a certain degree. Yeah, K-Web's up 1. So those are slipping now, too. That could be with Apple. Like I'm saying, next hour or so, we either keep discovering the lows or not. MS, financials on the low. And JP Morgan. Financials, like I told you, they were the worst. They were one of the best the other day, literally yesterday. Interesting. The The best thing since wrestling, investing in the long term. Okay, new low, but watch out if you should start watching oil dollar. Look at gold's coming down now, brothers. So this is entering another stage. So yeah, look, Bitcoin, this is getting more risk off right now. But you did this on the last one, you guys. You don't remember? This is exactly what I was telling you yesterday. Remember, last non-farms where we had the surprise, we did the exact same thing. You had the run up. You gapped up, everybody felt good, and then it flushed down, and then you started doing this. Your UVXYs jumped. It's because you're pumping them to 5,000 people, sir. That's why, I've noticed. So be careful out there, guys. I see. Because I noticed, nobody posted the gold play. Ah! Oh, you guys are great. Where's the other one? Do I miss the chaos in the chat? No. Like I say, it doesn't affect me. That's the point I was trying to show you guys. That's all. It's just like you guys are hurting each other. Again, I hit 800% in 30 minutes. Like everybody was rocket shipping and posting everything but the right play. That's, again, we saw something yesterday too. So I don't know. I think it's a good way to see it. And then you could also see how many Chads just on their heart, they just want to pump plays, bro. Oh, I love it. You could do whatever you want. I'm gonna judge you, but you could do whatever you want. And I'm gonna do whatever I want too. So that's what I've been trying to give you an example of. But I hope you stay focused, because like I'm saying, it's not like no rules helps you. I mean, I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of distractions, and I just saw everybody post everything but the 800%er, the easiest. That's the one I did. I did it 4 times. You literally heard me go bloop, 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 bloop. God is good, bro. But yeah, like I'm saying, I think I wanted this for you guys and for you to see it. But I mean, I love chaos. I always have, but it doesn't really affect me. So that's why I'm saying I hope you guys help each other out. I want to help people, but unfortunately, there's a lot of gambling, and people are gonna try to press you on it. That's what I'm saying. I think a lot of y'all did. You have shared. I think you only shared information that would have helped you, sadly. I like the long term. All right, keep going down. So I don't know if it stops here or here, but keep in mind the setup I'm telling you. So now we're below it. We could either keep flushing. One of these points is going to start getting pinned, but then it either bounces back up or we're done. That's it. Not like done, it flushes, but like it'll just stop, stay pinned maybe, and then you'll like stay within a range in between here or here, or like here to here essentially. That's my guess. I could be wrong, but we'll see. It kind of reminds me of the August 1st non-farms. No, this is all the non-farm reaction. It was a big one, you guys. I said it, even my first reaction right when it came out. Just the negative print mixed in with some other things. It really made it there. So I have a question for you guys. So I think I put you on with some good plays. I hope. I think you guys like the no rules. Some people do, some don't. So let's do this. I'm laughing because I'm about to sell you some shit. We should, if you like no rules, can you show me by buying a membership? And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to ask the people who want rules to show me with memberships as well too. So I don't know. How do you guys like it so far? You guys got to show me. You could do it in an hour. I'll give you more time. Come on, it's funny. I think it's funny. I think this whole day is hilarious. It's actually giving me exactly what I wanted. So I told y'all last night. You like it? I can't tell. Wait, which ones do you guys like though? So do you like no rules or do you like rules legal? Because legal donated. So it was a trap. It wasn't a trap. No, I didn't ban anybody. Like I said, it's your reputation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help but judge some of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, the people who went right away with rocket ships, the people who act all nice, and then I see you pump so many plays, dog. That's why I'm like, I don't know, man. It's what's in your heart, man. And then I don't know if it's as valuable. Because like I'm saying, in the morning, just imagine what it would have looked like explaining the gold plays if everybody wasn't pumping. Because it was nuts in the AM. It's still kind of faster, but yeah, you had a lot of craziness. Oscar, okay. So we got two. I think two people want no rules. Who would put money behind it. Pay the plug. Shout out the long term. Indeed. I hope you see it though. You know what I'm saying? That's why, because I need you guys to see it because I don't want you to think I'm not being crazy, dude. These people are being so dishonest with you. That's why if you're like, I want you to see the snakes in the grass, bro, because it's different. You have to get bitten by a snake for you to value it. That's what I'm saying, bro. Unfortunately, is that some of y'all need to encounter it firsthand before you're gonna respect it. It was a wild, dude. This is all crazy though. Like, you know, all jokes and no rules aside, it's a very big day. Like I'm telling you, just data wise, what happened, what I've talked about, with just in general a negative print years ago. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Who's being dishonest? The pumpers. Like I'm saying, you bro, people will go out of their way, but they're telling you information that's gonna help them. You know, I try to share information for everybody, and I share stuff even if I don't benefit off of it. Timely, informational, but that's all. So just don't be naive. Like, why are people talking to you, bro? Why does somebody want to post their plays? You got to ask yourself the reasoning. I'm glad. I like it, bro. Like I told you, I've done this my whole life, so this isn't really chaotic. I just, you know, in my mind, I already, you know, it is what it is, bro. But that's why I'm saying, like, and you have people that are like, good morning, hi, how are you? And then they're gonna and then you think they're nice, and then they're just gonna fuck you over, bro. So just be smart, be wise, but I want you to see it. And also, too, I want you to have freedom. I'm not trying to limit anybody. I'm trying to hopefully make sure you guys see that we have all chosen to limit ourselves for a benefit, not because it doesn't provide anything. And that's what I'm saying. It just, if you like the chat like this, then by all means, Legend Biotech said to explore second listing. Not Legend, Legn. INHD. It's a 20%er, but it's a scammy stock. Give me Jesus or give me death. Amen. Rivian, remember they fired their workforce. 1.5. But yeah, you're chilling for a little bit. We're not out of the woods. We got to get through this. Once we find out whether or not this stays pinned or not, that'll set up the next move. Dude, healthcare keeps going up, though. I'm seeing a lot of healthcare premiums rise. Even though UNH, those came down. Those might be ready to frog if you want to watch those. The Trump economy is gonna boom. Yeah. I know what I've said. Dude, I love this year, you guys. You have no idea. That's why it sucks. I'm like, man, I hope you guys stay focused and reject the world. And I hope you can notice what's good for you or not. Because this year has been great, man. But like I said it from the beginning of the year. I think this year is either going to be a boom or a bust. Yeah, and I told you, after 2 back-to-back 20% years, bro. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. What else was there? Even gold, the dollar. We talked again. One of my first videos was about the dollar. So yeah, dude, it's been fascinating. That's why everything of how it's played this year, down to the spending bill, and like, so I still feel the same way. The bonds at the danger level. Oh, dude, it's gonna be great. So, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm glad I got to remain patient. And that's what I was saying in the beginning of this morning, where I'm like, I really think we got to get a cool experience in patience, because we get to see our theories stay solid. Half of them have occurred, half of them we're still waiting. So, you know, if you handled that well, you have been rewarded handsomely. So I look forward to it. Yeah, we are flushing. Again, we did talk about this in the AM. We were expecting this. Now we're just in the setup. It's going to keep flushing and find a level, or it'll get pinned, and then we're going to do the next move. So we'll see what happens. I haven't even looked. It sucks because, dude, this is like a smaller day. Dude, you're down 0.3 points. Dow is the worst, but remember, you had multiple, like 1% movers there. All right, yeah, equal weight already went there, but 64.65. It's really not that bad. The sad part, it's like almost 100 points, but you're just right back to that little gap zone that we were dealing with. This is bullshit, dude. That's what I'm saying. So I was like, come on. Someone was asking if yesterday was cushion. I mean, there you go. So yeah, you're right back to this range. So we have a long day ahead of us. I haven't heard much yet about recession, so we are still kind of waiting on that. But You know, we'll see how it plays out. Test scene. Okay, low ticker is fully gassed, dude. I want to chill, but I'm like, dude, why is it still moving? So yeah, unfortunately, you're getting velocity in some direction. It does. I think all my plays are finalized. I'm looking for staples. Again, you already have everybody pumping everything else. And then I think we're going to stay in the range. So you got a couple more points now. I'm not going to try to predict that. I just think I'm looking for the shape. We're going to end up a certain way. And then, like I said, from yesterday, today too, remember, Monday, Tuesday, all of this could be wiped out. And we still need to hear a little bit more. You're also going to get Trump at the economy or the Department of War announcement. So then we're going to see. Yeah, man. No, you guys are good. I love all of you. Even if I've corrected you today, I'm not mad. I think you guys just need to learn this, bro. I could ignore everything. That's it. I'm just not going to take you seriously. That's all it is. I have zero animosity, zero hate towards anybody. That's all. There's just people I take very seriously in here. Like, they want to make money. I know they want to make money. I know they take what I say serious. They listen. They don't waste my time. I'm gonna give them everything. But that's all. It's just like, if you should give me a message of non-serious, or if I have to keep explaining and going there, I just don't take you seriously. That's all. That you see the internet, you see what it looks like with no rules, bro. If you see it from my perspective, man, you guys would be surprised. But there's just a lot of unseriousness. So don't ever feel bad. But, you know, if you want to step it up, I would encourage you to do so. But, you know, no one's going to take you seriously until you take yourself seriously. So I am looking for that, and it's serious is reflected through your actions. Is there any way we could turn off the Zen music? Best I could do is turn it louder. So it is No Rules Friday, so I get to make my own rules too. See, that's what you guys don't notice. I just either ignore it or I double it down. That's how you play the game. I don't know why. They haven't figured it out yet. Yeah. That's how. So what? I enjoy No Rules too. We all do. You guys act like I don't. Oh, I'm not. Oh, I can't have fun? Oh, okay. Oh. Nice then. You get your little rocket ships looking like a damn scammer. I get my meditation music. Why are you mad at me, bro? Why are you mad at me? Now I feel like I'm drowning. The water, too much water noises. I'm not a good swimmer. I love it. Okay, you've had green candles, but you haven't advanced since, what, 10:20? What time are we at right now? Damn, it's only 7:40. You like my streams and my views, but you felt uncomfortable while Senator Warren was speaking? Well, I apologize that it caught you unexpectedly. But I've been calling her a scamming ass bitch for like 5 years now. So I'm unfortunate that you had to have this harsh reality, but yeah, so I would stop listening. Just unsubscribe. Don't listen. Call it a day. I think she's a lying ass bitch, like a real lying bitch. Like the big B word in the big B. She's terrible, terrible person. So that's why I said I'm kind in the sense that I want I would want you all to have what I have. And I think that's kindness, and I want to help get there. But I think Elizabeth Warren has hurt people with her rhetoric, what she's done to people's minds, her blatant falsehoods, the way she laughs at people's faces towards serious issues. It's disgusting. So, yeah, but most people should know that. So I'm sorry it caught you off guard. But, yeah, I've hated that lady for a long time. That's not new. But yeah, and that's why I've been trying to tell people. I mean, I want you to get long terms, and I have a very distinct set of views, and I'm not trying to disturb anybody. You guys came here. YouTube's already taken care of me in many ways by banning me and limiting me. That's why I have freedom, if you haven't noticed. They limit me, but then I can say whatever I want. So I'm down. I'm here for the truth, brother. I'm here for the truth. But... So anything else? I'm sorry if it surprises you, but just I wouldn't listen if that bothers you. No rules. I love no rules. You guys just shot my stock value up. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. I didn't think the point would be proven within the first hour. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Reddit's on the low now. They were running up earlier. So again, let me get the yeah, Dow Jones only has 9 green now, 21 in the red. It's kind of early. Nazi's 50-50, bro. So you got literally 52 green, 48 in the red. SPY 216 green, 280 in the red. Since there's no rules, I've been waiting to say, damn, Jumia, what a great play. So in my mind, I read that as, I've been a bitch this whole time. I just didn't say it. As you guys gotta, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird, bro. That's it. I'm gonna go to my girl today and I'm gonna be like, man, I would have cheated on you if... I love you guys. I love the fucking internet, dude. That's why I'm here every day. I think it's hilarious, dude. It's respect. I get it. It's good that you respected the rules. It really is. But you didn't have a real respect for it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not punishing you. I'm not doing anything. I'm just telling y'all it does highlight what is really in your heart. Oh, man. Yeah, I like the Apple. If Apple flushes or Nvidia is down 4 actually. Who's the other one? I think it's Meta's in the green. Yeah, you need Meta. Meta goes down with Apple, then that picks then we'll go 1% on the Nazi. Otherwise, it'll just slowly get there. We talked about CLX yesterday. I kind of like it. There's some other ones out there, but it's decent. And then where's gold? Is gold still flushing? Hour? What's this? It's a pump. Hour loop. And then J&J, that's another value staple. That's going red to green. you want to talk about rule? There's no rule on the peach. Oh, Bradley Frizzle is here, ladies and gentlemen. Peach Nation. Oh, oh, let's go, baby. Let's go. Amen. Amen. Bradley Frizzle. How are you, brother? Welcome to No Rule Friday, Bradley. How do you feel about No Rule Friday, Bradley? Chat, how do you guys feel about Bradley? I mean, this is your time. What's the beach? What's the beach? I don't get it. So yeah, man, that's amazing. I love it. It is algo training. You guys are becoming more aware. I want you to be aware of everything. That's how we have conscious, aware being. No Rule Friday. I've not banned anybody. You see, watch. They could post the rocket ship. Watch them. Watch them. Here, post the rocket ship if you're a hoe. Watch, someone's gonna do it. They're a hoe. And they're like, yeah, I'm a hoe, Josh. I watch all these streams that tell me to be a cuck. Yeah, I'll do it. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, you could do rocket ships. You could do whatever you want. Yeah, my dude, you should have seen the morning, bro. There's our first hoe. Second. See, third. Ironically, they've all been banned before. I can't make it up. I know. Oh, there's the guy who's like, Josh, you changed my life. I'm a hoe after you just called me a hoe. Ah! Oh, dude, I love it. There he I could even say it, bro. I could even say, you are a hoe. He's like, yeah, I'm a hoe, John. I know, I love it. Oh, man. I'm funny because I'm being funny. Some of y'all are funny and I don't know if you realize it, but I want you to. We must grow. Oh man. You have a question? Why do I like Trump so much? Who's Trump? Huh? What is he talking about? Trump? I played the violin in high school. I never played a trumpet. Weird. Trump. I've never heard of that name. What is that? The guy I praise? Oh, thank you for the opportunity. Jesus. Oh, I love Jesus. Yeah, Jesus Christ, Nazarene. Died on the cross for your sins, my sins. Amen. Yeah, I praise him every day. I did this morning. Would you like to hear the verse of the day? I would love to. I thought you'd never ask. Then Moses said to him, if your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here. Wow, that's a little one. I'll give you a little one. I don't want you to disintegrate. You know what I'm saying? AMT, see if, damn, that's two. Yeah, communications aren't doing too bad. I'm just, at this point, I'm looking for anything new, or I'm still looking for the setup to form. You've been listening 5 years? Let's go, man. You need a long term. Let it show. I love what I said yesterday too, bro. I agree. You are not oh, what's it called? You're not a young boy. You're not an old man. This is the time to master your life. Like I said, the young guys, bro, we have so many just sub 25-year-olds buying homes, and I'm so happy, man. You know that? You guys don't understand. You guys, I can't wait till I'm like Joe Biden's age and I just get to talk to you guys, and I'm gonna give you a hug, a big one, because I don't think you guys realize like what you went up against. And to go like, look at what it looks like with no rules, then go look out into the world, bro. Like, you have been fighting like the most intense propaganda campaign ever. And it's like, dude, if you could surpass this, oh man, it's gonna be really, really good. And some of you have. Some of you, that's it. Like, I see you. You're walking away, free thinkers, wealthier. You got control on it, man. And that wasn't easy. That's what I'm saying. It's just not easy. It's so much easier to conform. So much easier to believe what's comfortable to believe in. So I love it, baby. I love it. I can't smell ya. It's bullshit. Why do we get a house then if I can't smell ya? EYPT Lucid. There's so many weird runners today. Like shit runners. And then there's like the melters, and then Nvidia's down 4. Why did your brother say you're messing with me? Oh, because the other guy's name was Vance, and he was a hoe. Nah, you're good, Mr. Vance Santana. Your brother's chill, bro. Nah, Mr. Santana's dope. I like Santana. That's it. CRISPR diabetes. No fucking way. Gene editing diabetes? What? Keep eyes on that. That could be I don't think I'm going to play it, but that's interesting. That's new. I don't know if they're working on anything in that space. Sub 25. It is below the average age. You know, the average age of a home buyer now is 38 years old. First time in history. It's disgusting. But it's the kids. I call them kids, but they're fucking grown men, bro. That's the funny part. But like straight up, bro, they have a different personality. They're not conformist. I could just tell. Like, they're not into the same things. Like, they were mature for their age. So they're not like mature, like they're all serious, but like, dude, I'm telling you, like David, he's so fun. He's a funny kid. Dude, I have a video of this guy running up and down the fucking mountain. This guy, he was insane. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like a normal young dude. It's not like he didn't have the appeal. Cause I asked him, I was like, bro, he lives in Florida, right? He lives like on the beach, like near the water. And I asked him, I'm like, why didn't you just go rent a house in Miami? Like, why didn't you go rent a penthouse after why did you go and buy a house, a cheap house, save, stack up again, and then go buy another one? Why didn't you just go buy a car? I asked him why he didn't buy a penthouse. And he just didn't want it. He did. His favorite steak is a filet. That's why I got him every steak to try. He like filet. You should see his face. He would just eat it and point at it and go, That was his favorite one. But yeah, bro, he just didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? Like his desire, he wasn't pulled to that shit. It's fascinating. Cause for me, dude, I was pulled to dumb shit. Like let's just be real. I was pulled to the dumb shit. The cars. I mean, I had a damn penthouse for crying out loud, you know. And it's just like I was pulled to that, but he didn't. And I've noticed that the younger guys in this generation who are buying homes, like their desires are just matched up in like sustainable good things. I don't know how to describe it. Like that's what I'm saying. They don't want to buy a car, a fast car. They don't want a supercar. They're not trying to go and get literally a mansion, or like they want to own a house. They want to be an owner. They don't want to experience something nice if they can't own it. And then I don't know how to describe it, bro. It's a trip. It really is. But that's what I've noticed. And even the guys I haven't met on the internet, the ones I've talked to on the internet, like even when I ask them other questions, their desires are just pointed at areas that aren't like useless or material. And if it's material, it's ownership. So I don't know, man. I love it. The youngest guy was 24 who came, and then 29 or 28. And then I think the oldest was 41 or 42. Your paid farm, your Honda and truck. That's good, dude. And that's why I'm saying it's like if you don't have those dumbass desires and rules or no rules doesn't even affect your life, then you should go get another one and let's keep growing. Because you probably will. You have a lot in store for you, my friend. You are wise. All right, hitting a new low. David Lammy appointed as Deputy Prime Minister to UK. But yeah, this is SPY. This is all big tech right now. SPY's hitting a new low before equal weight. Risk off is still in play. You got gold down, or you got Bitcoin down and oil down, and gold's kind of coming back up. Would I be able to work for you as an equity research analyst? In the future, I might hire somebody, but my brother, look at your Chad facts. I would never hire you at all. That's ridiculous. I just called you a hoe if you do this, and then you did it. And you think I would hire you? So I'm not trying to be mean, but that's like what I mean for this whole... You guys need a reality check. And it's your reputation. Some of you are really smart, and you have good things going for you, but how you present yourself is not going to take you far. And that's crazy. You would even assume I would... That's nuts, actually. I would never ask somebody for a job after I was just fucking around 10 minutes ago. No, I'm being serious, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you think it's cute or funny, but the other guys I'm not talking to are having a blast. But dude, yeah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, that's not what I teach. That's what I'm saying. That's not what I teach. And some of you say I've taught you. I did not. Because you should, like I'm saying, how you represent yourself will take you so far, brother. It will open up a lot of doors, but also too, you could have everything going for you, but your reputation and how you communicate and show yourself, it's gonna reflect. So unfortunately, like your chat facts and even the last like few days, I just banned you. A lot of other things. You were just telling me about Vegas. You were telling me about gambling. I just asked about a hoe, and you played that game. Those are 3 things I could remember off the top of my head about you. I can't even remember the good stuff you did. So, you see what I'm saying? That's not going to get you a job. That's not going to get you opportunity. Now you're going to... I don't hate you. Like I told you, though. This is what I said in the beginning of the day. I'm not, like, mad at anybody. I'm sorry if it sounds mean. I'm just trying to show y'all what I take seriously or not when it comes to business. That's all. So I just don't take that seriously. So I don't even think you want a job seriously. Whew. And now we got a pre-approval. Hood. Okay, watch gold though, and now bonds catching a bid, but you're at the low with risk on and then gold coming back up. The first little dump, it took gold down with it. After the marriage, no, you can't do one together if you both have one. But you could both get a separate one. Do that before you get married. Okay, and it's big tech right now. Like I told you, watch Apple. Some of the mid tech is starting to go down, but like watch Apple or Meta. Meta will add pressure. But equal weight hasn't hit a new low yet. It's still smaller than some of the other days, believe it or not. There you go. Procter and Pepsi. Like I told you, I like the Procter with time, but the ones on the daily were super cheap. I just didn't think it was going to go. Lulu, do you love me? Are you riding? Saying that. You can recover. That's all I was saying, man. Actually, PG's really, all the staples are knocked. There you go. So look, every staple starting to run. Hold on, not the whole index, but there's a couple. Then you got the VIX. You're hitting a new low. But yeah, J&J, Pepsi, PG, go look at XLP. They're starting to move. But tech is coming down, and then equal weight's probably going to be next. Or equal weight's going to start getting a bid. The report was pretty bad. It was bad depending on how you wanted to look at it. Good if you wanted rate cuts. Bad if you're worried about the jobs market really slowing down. I mean, think about even what Donald Trump has said. Donald Trump keeps calling him too late. So if we just got a negative print on one of the other ones and the labor market starts dropping or it's already fucked up, Donald Trump might be right. And that's not good. That means you'll have a recession. And that's what we said. It's just today's really about what do people like more? Or what are they worried about more? Do they want the rate cut and is that good? Or the thing that gets the rate cut, that could mean a recession. Are people going to be worried about that? Well, that's the thing. Do you think Powell killed the labor market? Or, I mean, what if it was AI? Think about it. A BTI. Okay. When we get the cuts, it'll be baked in, depending on how the bonds move. But the part people aren't talking about a lot is the summary of economic projections. So even when we get this rate cut in 2 weeks, you're going to get a SEP, and that's going to outline the future path. So I do think the rate cuts coming up are important, but even so, what's more important is the path forward. How many more rate cuts? Right? We've talked about this rate cut for a year. So what about the next 2 or 3 of them? And that will be dependent on jobs and everything else too. So we want those detail. Cigna. Yeah, healthcare is going up. So healthcare staple rotation is happening right now. That's what I'm saying. Some of them, I think it just lagged another hour or two. But yeah, they're starting to move. If you lose your job, it's a depression. If your neighbor loses theirs, it's a recession. Yeah. Okay, but this is what I was talking about yesterday. This is part of the info where I kept telling you guys we need to see boom or bust. So do you see how it looks 24 hours later? And then like what happens 3 months from now if all of the numbers get revised? And I said this years ago. I said this during Joe Biden because under Joe Biden, we were like, okay, man, there's a bunch of money. They're a bunch of liars. I just said, just wait till they revise the numbers negative. That's what they did in 08. It's very simple. So that's what we have to be cautious of. But then again, that's how we got this rate cut last time. The data was bad right ahead of the rate cut. They cut rates and then it got revised higher. And then it was gone. And then we didn't look back. So that's also possible too. Nah, you're good, bro. I'm telling you how I viewed you with your Chad faxes, bro. All I'm saying is you would say I changed your life, and all I would hear from you is gambling, gambling, gambling. So maybe I did change your life for the negative, and that I'll need to go repent, because that's not what I wanted. I don't think you've ever told me about a long-term or a house, brother. So you could keep clarifying it, but we could just end the conversation now, brother. I wouldn't stress about it. I just don't take you seriously. That's not going to change until you take yourself seriously and it reflects. So that's why there's no point. There's no effort that it just has to be you. Just be you and live good and get a long term and grow, and hopefully how you communicate reflects that, and it reflects everything. But if not, it's okay. I mean, I'm not caught up in it, bro. You shouldn't do it. If you enjoy your life, enjoy it. And that's it. But you don't need to attach to, that's what I'm saying. Some of y'all, you know what we stand for. And I know you may like me or not, but still, just that's not it, man. That's not a reflection of it. And I don't want it to be a reflection of that. So I can't associate with it. And I don't want to. The numbers were 22,000 instead of 75,000, which is low. And then they revised June to negative from positive. Because in June was a low print too. The disconnect, that's been like that. That's why I'm saying negative revisions are big, because you could play the game while the data gets released, but I don't know. I bet you I could find the video. I said this 3 years ago. I went through the BLS site and I showed you guys all the negative revisions, because we were in a similar spot where we had the same debate where we're like, is this legit or not? Okay, you're hitting a new low. But yeah, it just boiled down to what's it called? It just boiled down to, once the job market is really bad, you can't hide it month over month. Does that make sense? It's gonna materialize in a bunch of negative revisions. That's the only way it kind of played out. So yeah, that's why it's just that's why today's kind of worrisome. But then again, if it gets revised out, we're fine. But then if it keeps getting bad, before you know it, you're going to look back and it'll be 5 months of negative, and there you go, you're in a recession. But then if it gets revised up and the jobs keep going up, they're going to, all that money and then the reaction, no one's going to react. Sad. That's what happened in 2022. Nobody cared about downward revisions. Well, today wasn't just a downward revision. So I need you to be fair, okay? What happened today? Come on, be real. It wasn't just a downside revision. Something you haven't seen at all, actually. Last time you saw this was COVID. And then before COVID, it was 08. Yes, a negative revision. So every other time you saw revisions down, up, and yeah, nobody really cared. But this time it was negative. So now you have a negative print on the revision. That has not occurred since December 2020, and then going back to 09, 010 and other crises. So that's the problem. That's why that's why right when it came out, I even said this yesterday. I said we get a negative print, it changes the narrative. Now thankfully the negative print was the revision and not the actual print. So it's 50-50, but even then, that's not a good sign. And that's where we're saying it's definitely unique. This is something I said to watch for 3 years ago. That never happened. And now it happened today. Happy birthday. Thank you. Did you get my gift? You don't even have a membership? Yeah, I don't have like a birthday dono. You didn't get me a house. Wow. I see. Is today my birthday? For real? I mean, are you guys gonna give me gifts or what? Hold on. It's a more important question. We are losing jobs, yes. And then the employment market is terrible. I'm saying, it's been a long time since you've seen losing jobs. And that's going to be what really changes the economy. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Somebody brought it up yesterday at the bell. This is just cushion. So like I said, we're going to go down a little lower from the morning. You'll base around. It's still mad early, so we could still go lower. But if it bases here, get ready for the next move. But that's it. You're right back into the range we started the weekend from Friday. That's it. So all of it was cushion. Elliot, Mr. Garay. Is that how you say your last name? I thought it was pronounced Bitcoin, but I think it's Garay. Garay? My brother. Thank you. Garay? Yeah. What is that? What's your background? I thought it was Bitcoin. It's funny, bro. I see your name and I think Bitcoin. That's how many times you've asked me about it. That's why I see Elliot and I'm like, Bitcoin. What? You refuse to pay Google, but you'll buy me a dinner at the farm? I'm down. EU fines Google $3 billion over ad tech dominance. There you go. Punish them. Oh, sorry. Spanish ancestors, Ecuador and Argentina. Argentina, Habibi. I love it. But we gotta slow down. No, you just gotta get patience, bro. That's it. Get patience. Don't go too deep down the rabbit holes. And then that's it. You have a plan with it, you'll be good. But that's what I was saying for this year, patience. Because, like, look at how many things we talked about and that actually materialized. And then look at how many are still right on track. And that's it. Like, these things it's not like we don't like anything. We just don't like the price. And that's why. You wait till it works in your favor and let that work to your advantage. Yeah, $3 billion in fines. Ooh, coffee trailer. I like. Dude, those are active. The Chad saw a lot of them when they came out to the farm. There's a lot of like just coffee trailers and food trailers, and there's a lot of stuff nearby. So that's good. Those are popping. thoughts on bios for long term. My guy, you haven't realized I ignored all of your long term questions because you asked me shit that's just so old. So I'm not answering any of your questions. You could keep asking though. There's no rules today, but you're the one doing it. I'm not. I don't know, man. I forgot. I saw weed stocks. I just put them up. Ah! I don't know. It's 6% and it's Friday. And Google gets 60 days to comply. 12 more minutes till Euro. Dude, it feels way later than that. The Bunny Cafe in San Diego? What's that? Like animals? There's a cat cafe, but I never heard of a bunny cafe. I know, we did. That's why it feels late. We went off this morning, bro. I liked it. I had fun. Even with no rules, bro. 800% off the rip? Come on. Come on. Psst. The best long term for your daughter? Just a normal one. I mean, if you're going to actually hold it for your daughter till she's like 18, maybe put it into a college account or a 401k or an IRA. Because if you get her dividends, you could make it tax-free with reinvestment till she's 18, and that'd be insane. But it's the same plan we do, same exact strategy. If you're not going to do that, just do a normal brokerage account. There's a lot of tax benefits on normal brokerage accounts if you're below like 100 grand. So it's really not that bad. What's the tea with Lucid? Didn't you just say you're back after a while? So if you came back after a while and your first question is asking me about Lucid, maybe take a longer break. I mean that in love, but I don't think I could help you because I'm not. That's crazy. I don't know Lucid. I think it's one of the ugliest cars I've ever witnessed in my life. And I think anybody who bought one, you could just tell they were a hoe who wanted attention. Because why would you buy that for $200,000? You could have got a G-Wagon. You could have got anything. So, yeah. But yeah, I'd take a longer break if that's the case. But we should find some other ones. Is left another closing. God bless you, bro. And I'm glad. You know what I like? I'm glad that you got your crib too, bro. And you've been buying houses and helping. I love it. Keep going. Bro, the DeLorean had butterfly doors. What are you saying? You know? Bro, like Lucid didn't even put butterfly doors. They should have made it suicide doors, if anything. But I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. That's why DeLorean, bro, and the owner went out with a bang of DeLorean. Like, literally, that guy was crazy. Lucid, I can't even. So, yeah. The second house harder to pull than the first one because you don't need it. That's why. Because when you are going to live in a house, it's kind of an easy investment. But then the second one, you just got to make sure you're not over leveraging. You have other responsibilities, and you got to make sure you get it, you know, at a good deal. And then that's why you don't have to force it. I've never met the founder. No, I don't know if he's still alive. But if you don't know, the founder of DeLorean, the company went bankrupt because he got caught in a drug sting. I think he was either trying to buy or sell below, and then he got caught, and then that was like, the company was struggling, and then that led to the downfall of DeLorean. A drug bust, believe it or not. Believe it or not. That's real. That's a fact. I'm sure I may have fucked up some of the details, but generally, yeah. You used to work for Lucid? That's good. I hope they didn't pay you in stock options. But if they paid you in cash, that's fine. While they still have it. The record of live participants? Ooh, I don't know. I think 24,000. Somewhere in like mid or high 20s for concurrent viewers. Companies pay in stock options all the time. Like you'll get hired for a company and they'll pay you either cash and salary or they'll pay you a fraction and then the rest is in stocks. A lot of things are starting to go. If we could get above, it'll either go a little bit above, fade down, and then pop up, or if you could just rip up to VWAP, that'll buy you some time. Like I said, there's the low. You flush below the pre-market, right? We did a pretty large flush below it. Now we're in the pin, and now we could still go up, believe it or not. But again, last non-farms, you ended it like around VWAP or in the range. And then whatever happens Monday, Tuesday is a wild card. Yeah, Euro close in 5. Yeah, you turned down an offer from Lucid. 80% was RSUs. Yeah, that's a restricted stock unit. That's how they pay you in stock. That's a good move. That's what I'm saying. Because like, if you were allowed to sell it right when you got hired, you would have made bank. But then if they offer you that while the stock is hot and then you stayed there, bro, you would have gotten fucked. So yeah, you did. I think you probably did make a good move. I sound extra irritable today. I am, dude. It was so bad. So like, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, it's such a bad day. My day was so bad. I said, let me add more stress and free the chat. That's how bad it was going. So I was like, let me make it better by adding more to my plate, right? And then I got through and then we get a negative revision and I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, who's Donald Trump? I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And then I just started getting mad. And then I got even more mad at being mad because I was already mad and irritable. And then the day started, bro. And then the chat just started going crazy. And they were pumping. And then that didn't affect me. And I still hit 800%. And then I got pissed. Fucking angry, dude. And then now all day, like, I've just been so much freedom in the chat and no rule. It's pissing me off. So, yeah, man. Thank you for your concern. I don't know what I'd do without you. It's an endless cycle of madness. I know. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna go see my therapist. That's it. You did not. You lit the fire. You can't light the fire, bro. It was already lit. You noticed it. You're so perceptive. So you figured it. So thank you, man. I needed that. I appreciate you, man. Papple. was it? Let's see, GLD. That stopped moving though after the morning. I mean, if we get above here, like I'm saying, you got your two little zones. What comes across your mind when you get the second home? Sadly, a lot of stress, bro. Because like I'm saying, you're not... Remember your first mortgage? That's hard. And the first time you have a mortgage, you're like, what the fuck? It's a lot of money, you know? And then now you're about to get a second one. So it's just that. And then, but it's the same steps. It's easier to get into. You're not going to be as panicky about the deal. And then you just got to get to the... you just got to make sure that there's no bad equity. The problem with the second house, once you can make sure it's paid for, a good deal, you know, rented, cash flow, whatever it may be, the only problem is if there's like a gigantic repair. That's it. That's the only thing that's going to get you really stressed out, or when you deal with like bad renters. But it's a lot to deal with when you first start if you've never done it. But like I'm saying, once you get that, you'll be fine. And multiple mortgages, if you stay at the same job, you finesse the property. Because once you get the property rented, it has no effect on your mortgage or like your debt to income. So if you have the first house and then you go and get it rented, it's just like applying for a fresh new loan. Just difference is you might have to put more down. Why is second home? Well, multi-units are usually in worse areas. That's the difference. So you could get single family homes in better locations than you could get one multi-unit. That is a sad reality. I like multi-units though. I agree with the sentiment, but I also prefer location. SBA is good. It's a lot. It's a lot of shit. Anything government. So anything small business down to fucking USDA loan. They have good programs, but you got to do a lot of paperwork, a lot of preparation. You have to show years of stuff, and then it just takes forever. That's it. If you're willing to deal with the red tape, you'll get it. But you just got to go with somebody who's worked in it before. But then it does take, like, if you don't already have years of very documented, aligned paperwork with your money, taxes, and business, you just got to do it, and then they'll give you whatever you qualify for. It just takes long. It takes more work, more time. All government programs they just take forever. What does a bad renter look like? They just don't pay, or they destroy the property, or like I said, I've had renters just, I mean, it's kind of like the Chad where, I'm like, why do you guys think that? What? Like I said, I told you that story. I had a renter who tried to remodel my house. And then he wanted me to remodel the garage for him to build him a kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? I said, no. He said, you can't do this. No, we're not paying for this. He got really mad. And I said, that's not a rental, dude. Why do you want to remodel a rental? Why do you want a kitchen in the garage? And why do you think I'm going to pay for it? Yes, this was in California, too. So yeah, bro, and then I've had somebody just like, I had somebody ask me to change they did like 3 or 4 repairs, and like, I repaired it because I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll just get it over with, not have to worry about it. They were like being hella stingy or like picky about it, and then it got to the point, the next repair request was like, change the light on the oven. I'm like, okay, man, that was just, they're just terrible. They just ask for the littlest things all the time. Like, that's why, like, I'll go above and beyond on some, but then some you're just like, what? Mm-hmm. Section 8, yeah, Section 8. As long as they meet qualifications, it's not bad. Lights for the ovens are expensive. Dude, you have no idea. Have you ever had to buy an oven light, look at the price, and then you're already irritated and pissed off, dude? You have no idea. It sucks, man. Credit score does not matter. Debt to income does. Oh, I need to get the pool guy, actually. You guys just reminded me. UNH. There's a Frogger on that one. I don't know if it'll hit, but Chad fucked it up. Yeah, I saw it on the. Remember, I told you sometimes the volume and the price, it can fuck it up. I noticed that one right away. Yeah, it's there. Am I chilling? Yeah. Today, I'm gonna try to. Do I have? Yeah, I have the PlayStation. So y'all want to run the game. I want to play Battlefield 4. You know that? I really want to play Battlefield 4. I want Battlefield to come out. Yeah, gold's chilling though. The real move is in the bro. We caught $1 on GLD. That's fire. $2. I'm telling you, that don't happen too often. So I like that, but hasn't moved since. And then you got a little bit of risk on gold. And now bonds are back up though. So this is actually looking pretty good. Yields are climbing back down again. You're near the low. Gold is still up. And then I think oil and Bitcoin down. There's a private beta. I don't know how to do it though. Like, dude, weren't there like you got to sign into your EA account? You have to watch 30 minutes, then get your time card punched, and then you got to go get it verified, file your taxes, then get the lender to sign off on the beta. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I don't, yeah, so. I hate, dude, if someone will give it to me easily, I'll do it, but I can't. That's what I said, bro. After the first, when you guys told me how to get the Battlefield 6 beta, and you told me what to do, I got so mad at you guys. Because I'm like, y'all know it's easier to get a mortgage than that beta? You know that? And y'all telling me, I can't do it. I don't know. I'll never be. I'm like, dude, do you not realize it's the same steps and complication as getting a mortgage, bro? Do you understand? It was the same thing. Like, if you're willing to go and sit down for 30 fucking minutes, like, seriously, read forms, check the email, confirm the numbers, go back and write a review, do all you're doing. I'm like, bro, it's a fucking mortgage to play the game. I'm like, it's in you, bro. It's possible. You could do it. I hope y'all feel me. So don't delay, bro. There's no private beta? So now you're telling me I can't qualify? Well, I guess I see how this works. I see how this works. I need to use the potty. God bless America. Hananalena. Woo! Oh, you're kind of coming back up.
Capitalization and then some key operational
Is that Mark
targets.
We'll be happy to
Yeah,
pay.
Mark
I can
Cuban?
tell you that, because if he gets
Oh,
it,
no,
we
no, no.
got
Sounds
it.
different.
Alexandra Metz of LNF Investor
I thought that
Services.
was
It's
Mark
great to have you
Cuban.
back on the show.
That's
Coming
amazing.
Up, we'll talk to the guy positioned to be the Silicon Valley candidate for California governor. Tech founder Ethan Agarwal joins us. This is Bloomberg Tech.
Facility. The Tennessee site expected to begin production by the
All right, I'll be right back.
2030s. Joining us now first on CNBC is Oklo CEO Jacob DeWitt. Jake, it's great to have you. This is very technical, so explain to us what this is.
It's exciting to me about nuclear technology because nuclear reactors really only use about 5% or so of the fuel that gets loaded in them in its time in a reactor. And the reason is because you have to have a minimum amount of fuel to keep the reactor running. That means that used fuel that gets discharged from a reactor is actually 90 to 95% like remaining unused fuel. And one of the really exciting things about what we've been at since the beginning of our company has been working on next generation reactors called fast reactors that can actually really efficiently recycle and access that remaining 90 to 95%. What that translates to is effectively taking today's waste inventories, which with recycling and fast reactors have the same amount of energy as about 1.2 to 1.3 trillion barrels of oil. It's insane, right? That's like close to global oil reserves. So massive opportunity to do this.
So the upshot is that we just get a lot more power, which we need?
We get more power, and the cool thing too is it can be done more cost effectively than using fresh fuel because the fuel's kind of already in a good spot to be able to reuse through recycling. So yeah, more power and cheaper, which is pretty top of mind for everybody today.
Are the other nuclear players doing this?
There are a few. This is one of the things that was kind of envisioned by those folks coming out of the Manhattan Project. Right? Some of the great minds like Enrico Fermi and others saw this potential to better use fuel by recycling it, by closing the fuel cycle, as some people say. And the technology's progressed a lot since then and really kind of culminated in the US to be commercially ready and viable in the 80s and 90s. And so we started partnering up with the national labs back a couple of years ago with the Department of Energy to start commercializing this. And we went through a site selection process and found a wonderful home to put this in East Tennessee. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be frankly a game changer for frankly, not just nuclear, but for energy as a whole. And yeah, there are other companies looking at this, which is exciting because the space is so big. When you talk about global oil reserves, that size of an energy market just in the US alone, there's room for a couple people to be in it for sure.
I guess, so we've been following you and all this incremental news and all these big plans and these steps as you get into the reality of setting up these nuclear reactors. So talk us through the time frame of this combined with everything else that you're doing. I ask you this every time, but I guess that's the key question for investors and also for all of us that are waiting for this power.
Exactly. So, we're moving full speed ahead with getting our first plant built up in Idaho. We have fuel for that plant, which is great. We're one of the only companies that actually has fuel ready for a new build. And that's actually produced, by the way, from this kind of recycling technology, just at a smaller scale that was developed out there. So that's pretty cool. So that will power that first plant. What this recycling announcement is about is actually opening the door for fuel for follow-on plants. So that's one of the biggest bottlenecks to building a lot more power more quickly. So kind of turning waste not just into watts, but waste into gigawatts. This is a huge unlock to be able to do that. So the facility we're investing in here will be able to support several gigawatts of new power plants being built by us from fuel supplies, because that is the bottleneck, as well as taking a multi-pronged approach, working with the enrichers on that side of the equation, as well as some really cool things the United States government is doing to make excess legacy materials available to build more reactors sooner and bring them online faster. So, we're targeting that first plant in Idaho, producing power 2027. There's some recent actions, right, by the government to accelerate things. We're excited about what those are looking like. And we're hopeful that, those are going to lead to, frankly, moving all of these timescales to the left, not just for the first plant, but for more plants after that.
Jake, I'm just looking at that map again. Idaho, I see Illinois, we're talking Tennessee. Are there running themes that go into site selection?
There are. It's interesting having run this process and talking to a number of states. There's been a lot of enthusiasm, not just about what we're doing here, but just around nuclear as a whole. But there are certain states that are definitely in a position to just lead.
Certain states. Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. The whole nuclear thing, let me put it this way. Do you guys realize how sci-fi this whole nuclear thing is? So, I don't know how many of you watch sci-fi movies or read sci-fi books. But like this whole like AI and AI powered by nuclear, and then like all of the like end of the world nuclear or all of the end of the world fallout shit, it all relates to AI and nuclear. You guys are aware of that, right? I'm not even kidding you. Like talking like 10 years ago. Like, you know what, you want to know a show? The 100. Go watch The 100. The 100 is, they're literally talking mobile nuclear power. And then they're talking nuclear fallout reactor. Then literally fallout. Yeah, bro. So all the sci-fi movies that lead to like a destruction of something, it's all about how society advances. They use nuclear power for their technology. And then once something happens, like even like 100, 200 years later, there's like a nuclear fallout from the reactors the past humans built. So there's a lot of fucking sci-fi movies that have been talking to you about nuclear power, powering AI 10 years before you guys were even here investing in it. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's why, like, I don't know. Every time I hear them talk about it, I'm just like, dude, it's so weird. You knew about it. We were talking nuclear for other reasons, but like the whole AI, it's like really sci-fi. And it's been around for like a really, really long time. I would argue like it's a very sci-fi thematic theme. Fallout. A nuclear plant, yeah, the San Clemente. That thing's been around for a while. It's not even active. That's actually the problem. But it's still like a threat if anything ever happened. May your words continue to shine. Fill our hearts with love and wisdom. All possible through him, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Tell him. Finger to the sky. What up, Chris? What up, Jake from State Farm? Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Are you guys doing good? How do you like No Rule Friday? That's it. Me personally, I've just been so angry about it. That's why I did it. I can't control my anger right now. So, but, you know, I'll worry about it myself. What about you guys? Are you guys doing good? How do you like it? Is this something that it's okay? It chilled out a little bit. You guys were fucking terrible in the morning. Jesus loves you so much. Do you know that? It's a little more noisy now. It chilled out, but in the morning, gosh. Oh man, if I wasn't so focused, I would have let my anger get the best of me. Bro. I'm not going to lie though, I realized it. It's not like full freedom though, because I still kept it on subscribers for 24 hours. So, and then anybody who's still in the banned black hole or got banned the other days, they're not able to participate. And then, yeah, you still can't chat unless you've subscribed for 24 hours. So, like, the new guys, they're not really able to have a shot till Monday. But then I don't think we're going to have rules on Monday, you guys. I just wanted you to see it. I don't know. I think you could see a big difference. And, too, for training, I want you guys to know what a pumper looks like, even if they have a badge. Even if they say I changed their life, you guys got a real good example today. So like I'm saying, just you better watch your back, bro. Nobody is your friend except for Jesus. And like I'm saying, just I've noticed even this morning, you got to realize it. People, especially when we have an audience, they're asking questions because they want me to give exposure to it. So you got to be mindful of that. That's why like these people don't want to buy it. They don't want to buy it in the long term. I'd say 90% of the call outs that I saw was people pumping their own book, talking about whatever they got or throwing that idea in there. So yeah, that's why I want you to see it though, because you guys are going to think I'm crazy. That's why I'm like, bro, not only have we been killing it objectively, and I think there's been many areas short-term to long-term you could see that, but it's just like I need you guys to see this where it's like You need to be more educated on it, because look at how clean the chat was, bro. I know it wouldn't be active, but it was very pointed. We got very clear info. You didn't have, it was easier for you guys to read it. There was a lot of benefits. So but again, if you don't value it, you won't see it. So maybe I gotta show you. But I had fun. I think today was fun. Always pump the long term, not just specific stocks. No, man, just don't be a pumper. That's what it is, man. And I think I want more people who want good and desire good in their heart. And just the reality, like I said, I knew we had a lot of actors. I said that a while ago. So just watch out. That's all. But don't, just be you. I want your life to get better. That's all you got to do. That's the reality of it. Everything else is extra and noise. Block me. Why I never talk about the opportunity of GME. You're not pumping. I don't care if you buy. I'm a smart guy. You think so? Well, thank you. You know that? You're right. I am smart. What the fuck? The last guy said I was angry. And I was. I'm so fucking irritated. I am smart. I should look into GME. Because I'm smart. How intelligent am I? Tell me how intelligent. Let's talk about it. Yeah. How intelligent am I? I need to know. So I could use my time effectively. How intelligent? Wait, what type of generational opportunity? When did this start, too, by the way? I like it. I'm at 160 IQ. That's good, right? Wow, thank you. I never looked at it that way. Maybe I am. Am I a genius? Well, that's a good smart. I'm smart enough to see they have 9.8 billion in cash. Wait, am I smarter or not? I'm confused. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic with me now. Because I was kind of backhanded. So am I smart, or am I only smart to see they have cash? This is getting confusing. But the real reason why I haven't really believed anybody telling me that it's an opportunity is because it's been 5 years. So I'll tell you this story I had. One day, I was into this girl. She was famous, believe it or not. And I can't believe that she even responded to me. So one day I hit her up and she responded, and I was shocked. And I was like, can we go out on a date? And she said, next week. I said, bet. I was like, this girl I'm down. And then next week came, and then she said she was busy. And then she told me to go to the next week. So I said, that's fine. I said, you're beautiful. I'll wait for you. And then it was like the end of the month. And then I hit her up. I'm like, are you ready? And then she was like, next month. I said, that's odd, but okay. And then at the end of that month, I hit her up again. And then she said next quarter. And I said, this is a generational opportunity. I'm fine with waiting. And then I talked to her next quarter, and then she said next year. And I said, bet, that's fine. It's still a generational opportunity. And then after that year, I hit her up at the beginning of the next year, and then she said, okay, I'll meet you 6 p.m. Saturday. And I said, oh, hell yeah. Finally, I'm like, dude, generational opportunity. I get ready, I get going. And then as I'm ready to pick her up, she's like, oh, I can't. And then she said next year. And I said, oh, okay, bet. And then And then next year came around, and then I asked her again. I'm like, yo, are you ready? And then she said, yep, next year. And I said, what? Okay, I'm down. And then I did it, and then I waited another year. And then I asked her again. And then she said, let me think about it. And then she said, next year. And then I said, okay. And then I asked her again, are you guys going to keep letting me do this? Why do you realize I've already said like 8 years? It's been 8 years, dog. It's been 8 fucking years. You just wasted the middle part of your life. That analogy was 8 years long, motherfucker. 8 years. But you're smart enough to figure that out, I'm sure. But yeah. So that's why I don't believe it. That's why I don't take any GameStop motherfucker seriously. I'm not mad. I'm just saying it's been fucking like, it's been 5 years of this, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? If anybody told you to wait, like, you know what I'm saying? We're hyping you up like that every day. I would kick you in the shins. I bet, yo, he's here now. Where is he? I know you're listening. You know the guy who I found it after, you know, NRG. Where's NRG? NRG, I love you, bro. But fuck you, bro. You broke my email. You know that? Because now dude, I came across some of the other fuckers. Oh, dude, the guy who told me I'm going to hell for AMC, bro. Imagine the torture he puts himself through. Are you guys ready? He still listens to this day. You know that? He sent me one like a month or two ago. And I was like, I remember that. I get like a hoe memory. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, that name look very hoey, right? And I'm like, that has a hoish connotation to it. So I put the name in. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, of course. Hey, bro, he still listen. He still listen. I know I'm great to watch, but like, do you know what happened with me and AMC? I bought it right here. Actually, no, it was way cheaper. Damn, that was $200. It was at $2 when we bought it. We bought it at $2, right? And then the world proceeds to go crazy and pump it. I make like 25, 30 grand in covered calls off like a $2,000 investment. And then I sell it out for another like 40, 50 grand or something. Take all of the shares. I sell out at 40. And homeboy begins to spam my email telling me I'm going to hell for selling. He even asks me why I didn't sell covered calls. And then I'm like, wow. So imagine having to watch all of that, getting mad at me for it, watching me be right for the next 3 to 4 years, and then he still just torture himself listening, getting mad at everything I say. Oh, I know he's here right now. I want him to say hello. I think it's funny, but God bless, bro. But yeah, that's why, you guys just take the moment. Like, think about that though. You know why I say that? Because we made so much fucking money in a 6 to 12 month time frame, and that paid you and rewarded you more than waiting for a decade on these shitty plays. Does that make sense? That's why I'm trying to say this. I know I'm not the nicest in that way, but I'm kind. I wanted you guys to have what I have. I wanted you to make 50 grand off of 2 grand. I didn't want you to believe these people and think, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to hurt people. I wasn't trying to hurt the stock at the time. It was actually the CEO who fucked it up, and I told you all in advance. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, dude, they're wasting your time. That's why I don't like it. That's why I am how I am. And that's why I hope you guys can realize it and you know, be a part of it, because I'm not trying to hurt anybody, man. And this shit is nonsense. Listen to my philos. Listen to everything I've been yelling. Dude, I don't want any of you to waste the middle part of your life. You get it? I don't want you in these shitty plays, believing lies, looking like a fool for 5 years, waiting, like 5 years, 10 years. You see what I'm saying? We're going to wait 10 years on quality. Like, imagine your long term, I'm telling you 10 years, Every year, every other year, it's hitting a new all-time high. I'm not telling you sit on your long term as it gets dissipated 30, 40% a year and you just sit there losing and losing, and I tell you, no, look at the next one. Wait for it. Wait, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, no, it'll be there. Wait till we do this. You see what I'm saying? No, I would never do that, man. Qualcomm says Intel not an option as supplier. Uh-oh, hot dog. That could either be bad or good for Intel. Watch Qualcomm. They said TSMC and Samsung remain key supplier. But that either means there's room for it or not. It is, bro. I am, bro. I wish I didn't have to be sharp around the edges. I really didn't, man. I've tried. And that's all I'm saying, man. Like, I know how to be a liberal, you guys. You know that? I could be a liberal tomorrow. Do you understand? It would hurt my soul if I had to fake it and act and not be myself. But I could be really, really nice and not mean anything. That's what I mean by a liberal. If you really want, I could say and do all of that. And I did it before. And guess what? It got me a lot of popularity. It made a lot of people, they liked me. You know what I'm saying? They liked me. I didn't know why. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of weird. They liked me because I was just soft around them, right? Oh, yeah, fuck yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like I said it yesterday, bro. If I knew that being nice would have, like, hurt people, if I knew that my passive encouragement, that I thought people were going to wise up. You know what I'm saying? Like, early on in the Chad days, I would see dumb shit and shit that I call out now, and I'm being really straightforward with you guys, and I would see it, and I would be nice about it. I wouldn't, like, try to, you know, if you were straight up gay, I wouldn't call you out and be like, you don't reflect this. I would be gentle. I would be very, very gentle, and I wouldn't try to bother anybody, and I wanted them in love to learn, but I also didn't, I put how they felt at a very high pedestal, and it wasn't genuine. And then I thought they were going to wise up down the line, right? I thought, hey, you know, my parents beat me. I learned the hard way. But then down the line, I responded well to people who treated me nice. I started learning. So I thought they were going to do that too. And I thought so. And then you know what happened? I never saw them again. Or I got an email about them ending up in jail, dead, their wives or somebody saying something about them, or just overall they lost all their money. And it just, like, it's so sad. And that's why it's like, if I knew that was gonna happen, I would have never been that fucking nice. I would, because I care about your life. I want you to end up good. Why? Because it's good for the community. It's good for all of us. That's why I show up in what I believe, and it has a nice benefit. There's a reason why there's so many people here, and they've been here, and that's what started all of this at the beginning of the year. Because, like I'm saying, I have people I can remember where they were right there in the middle while we were turning $2,000 into 50. You know, we did it several times on many different plays, and they were there with all of it. And now they're anger, filled with hatred, and not making money. And then I look at that, and then I look on the other side, and then I see a huge group, literally thousands, all ages, with the most amount of money they've ever had in their life. The most amount they've ever had in their life. Homes and properties, and they're just living better than ever. And that's where I'm like, that's too big of a gap. I'm like, how does that happen? Because it's so weird. It's just like one reaction that people will get will be like literally life-changing. Actually life-changing. No exaggeration. I don't mean this as a hyperbole. Like their whole life, like homeless to owning multiple homes. We've seen that. Like I'm saying, young guys leaving college, owning empires. Again, so the guys on the co-real estate team, it's amazing what I've seen. Even the guys outside of co-real estate, it's amazing. But then I'm also, when I see the negative and you see what the drift has caused, or again, there was behaviors in some people, I'm like, they were like that from the moment I met them. And I didn't correct it. And I didn't try to. I tried to be more nice, but I'm like, it destroyed them. It was not good. So yeah, that's what it is, man. But I really think all in all, you know, there's a great opportunity. And those of you who are about it, man, it's amazing. But you could watch and you're gonna have your time. But I just don't want you to waste your time. That's the thing. That's why I came in this year swinging. And we did good. And thankfully we had the president and a big giant bill and big changes to help make it more exciting. But, you know, this is exactly why. I don't want to waste the middle part of my life. I don't want you to waste your middle part. And that's what I'm saying. We want quality. We want good things. We should be growing, getting house, all of you. And I've seen it. I know it's real. That's why I keep saying, that's why I don't like the alternative. I don't want it. We don't have to have it. We're going to get it. And if we've already seen thousands of people change their lives, by that logic, I think we could do the whole world. So yeah, game time. Yeah, remember, this is setting you up. I called it out in advance, so we stopped making plays after the morning. But like I said, you got higher above here. Here's the pin. We might go a little lower, but just get ready to either like stay in this range. There'll either be like a random popper drop towards the end that'll either get you away from VWAP or towards VWAP. That's not an early philo. That's just me answering the GameStop question and why I don't want anybody to waste their time, bro. And like, I don't know. I think you guys will realize it. The people who really don't like me, you don't get it? I'm getting in the way of their money. They want me to give them money, or they want to take advantage of you to get money. And that's what I'm saying. The pumpers, what we saw, I think it's hilarious. That's why it's so much fun. But either way, man, God is with us and God is good. And you all do. Even if you don't like me, even the guy I just talked about, I still think there's hope, you know, because that's the other part I've seen. You have no idea, man. I have seen, I've had people be really, really angry with me for, you know, reasons that don't really make sense, but it's okay. And like I'm saying, though, just deep down, if you really like, I bother you, but you still listen, I think there's a part of you subconsciously that's still hanging in there. And like I'm saying, bro, maybe you think everything I'm saying is bullshit. Maybe you really don't believe me and my character and genuineness as a person. I just encourage you to save 10% and try it. That's it. I've had a lot of people doubt me for many reasons, you know, and that's why I was saying too, like for this year, y'all have, God is good. You've seen me live for a long time. So I've had people say, you're this, you're that, you don't do this, he's that, I can't trust him. It's like, whatever you think, the fact is, I just have been live here every single day. So you tell me what you've seen. You tell me. Even if you take everything out, whatever. I've already shown some of the shit called out live that we did for thousands of people that led to hundreds of millions in creation. It's amazing, but it was all done live. So I'm saying the Bitcoins, the plays, the meta, some of these are historic. So, and you saw it. So use that. But like I'm saying, bro, whatever you think, I just want you to try it. Let every man be a liar. Josh is bullshit. The media is bullshit. Everybody's bullshit, dude. All you got to do is save 10% and try it. That's all. You do that, you're going to, and then hold long. Don't buy into the propaganda. And then you do what we're doing with the long term. You're going to see what I'm saying, bro. Then it's going to be different. Then you're going to understand, I think. But other than that, if you're bothered by it without the long term, I don't. Like I'm saying, you need to try it, dude. That's what you need to do. That's why I think you're still hanging around. Hey man, we work above all, regardless of what it is, you know. Some of us it went smooth, some of us it was bumpy, but either way, dude, as long as you want to get it, that commitment, moving forward, just running, baby. So yeah, man. But don't listen to me. I'm super pissed today. So I don't want to, Alibaba rolled out the largest Qin Max preview. You could only do 5%. My brother, try 10. Try 10. 10 is the minimum, unfortunately. I know it's hard, but it's a magic trick. It's a magic trick. Telling you, man. You will think you can't save 10%. I understand, believe me. I want to say Tim Whitman was telling me this early. Tim, didn't you used to say this? Yeah, bro. Yeah, I swear Tim used to do this to me all the time. This is where I started yelling at Tim. And guess what? Tim has a fat long term now. So praise God. Yeah, bro. I remember Tim used to do this, bro. Yeah, Tim would always be like, I got 5. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I have this. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it never works for me. Oh, I just got to, and I'm doing this. No. 10. 10. That's it. 10% is the law. That's a law. Anything over 10, we don't care. You just can't go below 10. 10 is the minimum. So like I'm saying, I encourage you, even if it's a good thing you did 5, believe me, that's not bad that you did 5. It's a good thing. But you need to go to 10. Get to 10 minimum, it's going to be the same thing. That's the reality of it. That's why I call it a magic trick. Because even if you are like, I have bills, I am flat broke right now. What do you mean? Every time you touch $1, separate 10 cents into a separate account. If you do that, you'll find a way to live off of the rest. Ask anybody in here who's done it. It's weird. That's why it's a magic trick. Because you don't think it. You'll be like, I make $1,000 a month. I have 1,000 in bills. How is that going to work? Trust me, it's going to work. I don't know why it works. I don't know how it works, but it does work. It's a phenomenon. Your body, your light, you'll adjust. But that way you're setting yourself up with a good standard. So you're naturally going to adjust, but then at least the standard is good enough at minimum where, it's going to produce for you. And we could we're turning down payments out of the 10%. That 10% with enough time, it's our down payment. I pulled out profit. I pulled out more than I put in. It helped get me to my goal. So just get 10. Try your best. Don't even try your best. Just try it. Try the 10. Follow the rule to the T. Tell me what happens. Yeah, anything above that is God bless you. That's amazing and even better. And just make sure you grow it quality the right way, but 10 is the minimum. Up to 10% to 10. Let's go. That's what you do next. If you have the ability, raise your savings by 10% every year. But yeah, you need it though. Yeah, man. I'd love to, and you'll see. Tell me what happens. That's what I'm saying. Try it for a month and you'll notice. It's a cool thing. California AG to OpenAI, harm to children won't be tolerated. Where compound interest took off? Yeah, all of it. That's like 5 years in now. Like I'm saying, the small account is very big. The small account was going to be bigger than the big account, even with deposits by the end of the year. So just like all the dividends, they seemed like nothing, $100 here, $200 a year, but now 5 years in a row, dude, it stacks up. So like we're getting back with the dividends. It's like producing its own dividend stocks, and then the IRMs and the MOs and all the ones that have reinvested and then ripped. Those are beautiful. So you've seen it, but you're only seeing the earlier stages of it. Ta-da! If you're building without the plan to sell in the short term, you should be happy when the market tanks. Yeah. I mean, you guys saw it. Somebody said it today. Remember I tried to make the ETF account at the bottom. That was another crazy one this year. Somebody did it in the chat. They're up 39% on the SPY. They're on the Qs. So that's amazing. And that's what we do every time. That's what I'm saying. Like, it is, sadly though, you know, people get really emotional, or it turns into, you know, people like freaking out. Usually my instance, I'll buy something and it'll go down, and then instead of like people using that opportunity, it's like, haha. That's what happened in April. But then you see it. So yeah, market going down is not a bad thing. That's why I keep telling you, you don't need a hedge. Your hedge is your time. Your hedge is your cash balance, your savings, and diversification. You do that the right way, you're going to be, you should actually embrace all of these opportunities. Hey, gold is coming back to the high. The premiums, I'm glad I sold the daily one. We sold it perfectly because those aren't up anymore. I think one of them is up like 50. Yeah, the one I sold went back down to a penny. So I got my 800% and it came right back down. I sold all of them. I didn't want to, but I said, you know what? I'm going to just take it. And then I rolled over with time. No, the stream alerts is not, dude, the long-term alerts are free. I post all of it free, man. And it's like, what? It's a crazy win rate, man. And not to mention the Metas and Netflixes and some of the ultimate value buys. But yeah, I do all of that for free, man. I want the long-term to be free. It sucks, like I'm saying, people try to fuck with it too, and all the shit this year, and you know, it's unfortunate, but yeah, I'll post it on YouTube for free. Now with all the tech stuff where you have to change some things. Yeah, I posted on Twitter. I posted on this YouTube channel, my Instagram. Well, yeah, this is what I did it for the YouTube. That's why when we all started this, we made 3 separate accounts for YouTube, because everybody wanted to know how to get rich and how I have the ability to sit here all day. And I told them long-term in real estate. And fast forward, here we are. Should I do a condo? If that's what you could afford, I mean, definitely location is the key though. So, and then remember, don't overpay. Google, all customers will be transitioned to new spend-based model. Huh? Check Google, starting January 2026. Everybody is going to be switched to a spend-based model? Oh, wait, that's for Computer Flex Cloud. I thought they were going to do it to everybody. Yeah, it's for their cloud. I was like, what the fuck? Let's do it, baby. SGD mortgage my condo 4 years ago. Today I saved enough to pay it off. Dude, Addison, let's go. Are you gonna buy that franchise still too, or what, bro? Good work, man. Very proud of you. You guys remember Addison? I do. Florida. He was working at the pizza shop. And then he went from working at the pizza shop to buying a condo, then planning to buy his own pizza franchise. And now he said he could pay off the condo. That's what I'm trying to explain. That's what I'm saying, bro. I got one guy mad at me for half a decade over AMC when I gave you a fucking 2,000% entry and exit. And then there's the other side who is just going from working jobs to literally now owning the either business or a home and expanding in both their career and investments and long term. You see what I'm saying? That is too wide of a gap. That's why we had to make these changes. We need to close that gap, you guys. And everybody should be getting a house. Everybody should be having a long-term at all-time highs. That's what we're doing. That's why we have this opportunity. So let's do it, baby. All of them. So that's why you guys got to lock in on the channel. Go to this channel and hit the post tab. Stock Market Live, you'll see all of them. Every account. If it's on mobile, you could like zoom in better. But yeah, every single purchase, every single thing is on here. And then go to my Twitter. What else is there? Instagram as well. But I also pin it on my Twitter. Only one long-term call. Bad yet? There's my gold pumper. Dude, I bought gold this morning. We made a killer play on it, man. Today was a good day for gold. I accept, brother. I accept. Yeah, you got the Google headline already. SGD every day. Good work, bro. You're working on it? Nice. I love it, man. I love it. Look for another house, too. If you're not going to use the money for the franchise, which I think if you do, that'd be dope. Because then you'll have the crib, the long-term, and a fucking business, a franchise that you are experienced in and can run, which will be amazing. That could be really, really good. But the other part, save for another house. Find another deal. Because then that way, whether the franchise comes or not while you're working on the next stuff, you just go and wait till the next deal runs your way and do what you did, baby. I love it. The weekend is just going to be whatever Trump does. Because that's what happened last time. Last time, non-farm, surpriser, and then literally by Monday, Tuesday, we're back up, and then whole flurry of trade deal shit and all of that. So we'll see. Trump is considering blocking tech companies from outsourcing jobs to India. Hot dog. What's gonna happen to Meta? Yeah. Dude, I think that's going to happen over the weekend. You might get more escalation. Honestly, that's something we didn't really talk about because everyone's focused on the non-farms. But Trump did make a comment on India today. He said they chose China. So, and then now he's saying that. But yeah, you might actually, I think you might get more escalation. If it doesn't happen over the weekend, it'll happen next week. You have 200K equity. Can you use that to buy another house? You can, but I wouldn't unless the next house is a steal of a deal. So the whole pull your money out, BRR, and high interest rates, slow real estate market is not really the best plan. But if you ever stumbled across a deal and it's like half off a home, 30% off, then yeah, you could use that equity and then go about it. But I wouldn't do it to hold because the interest is so much. So I would do it to flip the other house probably. But I wouldn't use it as your piggy bank, but be wise with it. Unfortunately, a lot of people, when their home turns into that piggy bank, they stop acting wise. So that's another. I saw Chads fuck it up, dude. Believe me. You don't know that's the dark side of that story. Like I'm telling you, yeah, there's the Chads who got their home. You know there's Chads who bought the home, bought it in 2020, 2021. They even got the Bitcoin. Their life got changed. And then they drifted, and then what do you think happened? Their biggest problem was success. I saw some people, it wasn't that they were stuck on AMC in the trash. They started making money. And then they stopped listening to wisdom. So, and then they bought one house, it worked. Then they pulled that money out without a plan. Then they used one thing for this, then one thing leads to the next, then one problem. And then before we know it, that piggy bank, that equity has now turned into debt. And now the equity we had elsewhere starts turning into credit card debt. And then the long term, then you start turning that into a short term. And then before you know it, all of the good decisions just turned into your biggest problem. So that's why I think the money in your house is very important. And you can use it strategically. I'm not Dave Ramsey telling you not to use it, but you can't use it for just everything. And that's where I saw a lot of people fuck up. That's it. You just got to make sure it's a steal of a deal if you're going to tap equity. Otherwise, you're better off letting the money work in your home and keeping that equity safe, because that'll be there for you. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't pull equity for something I don't need, but I would only pull it for something I need, or it's such a good deal I can't say no. Just like when we bought, just like how I wanted to start the ETF account this year. You make it cheap enough, I can't say no. So if there's a cheap enough house deal, get it. But if it's not, I wouldn't be down. All right, gold is climbing back up. So depending on what premiums, they washed one set of them. We already sold them all, but yeah, I have one up 30 and the other ones are up a couple 100% still if they have time. That was the day. Not really though. It could be bigger. This is the pin. So this was the flush below the low. This is the pin. It hasn't like moved. We're still middle of the day. We haven't even had philo. And it's 9:30. Yeah, God said no, man. He said no. Let's see, you got 1K. There's 6K in savings, 1K into the long term. I would slowly move the savings to the stocks. So set a monthly amount of that savings and even your income and start moving it in there to the long term and start buying the good quality as we are. And try to find and start with good quality too. Because if you are, that's the beauty. When you start out your long term, the first move you make isn't going to really matter, the first couple, because you have enough time. And then you can go and do all that other stuff. The DSCR loan. Well, yeah, I was just telling other homeboy how that's a bad fucking idea. So you could send it, but like I said yesterday, if you're doing what I think you're doing, if it's not really like safe, I'm just going to ignore it, okay? Because I don't want, like I'm saying, I'm telling everybody, unless it's a steal of a deal, you should not be tapping your home equity for another loan. That's greed. I would only get greedy if there's really a good deal. But if you're doing it without a margin of 20% on the next property, it's hard to fathom. %10 of savings and in long term, well, then you're saving 20%. But the idea is that your 10% savings of gross income, you put that to the long term. That's going to be your investing account. So not only are you saving consistently and properly, just like Richest Man in Babylon, you're putting it in an area where it could work for you and grow and multiply. And then you got to get a house. So then that way your dwelling is a profitable investment. And then look, before you know it, your house is an investment, you're living, you're saving consistently and actively, and you have a place to put it in where you can actually do it. So, yeah. it's a little complicated. Well, like I said, no guarantee, but actually I am going to release it soon because I told you guys, yeah, too many people did it. Even as I answered you yesterday, you kind of did the same thing to me. Even the guy earlier, I was saying with boat ski, I'm like, I talk to you guys and like you won't really like listen, and then you'll like be surprised with how I behave. But with a lot of the real estate stuff, a lot of people just ignore too many things. So I have a way where we could do it for free, but most of them, I'm gonna start doing consultations. You're gonna have to pay me for it. I'll give you a refund if you follow through, but if you don't, I'm gonna be compensated. Because, like I said, I've seen a lot of this. It's funny because there's like the challenge of getting people started. That's like one group of people, and then like I said, there's the other side where it's, what do you do when you're in the middle now? What do you do after you've done things, you made money, keeping it, not drifting, and that could turn dark. Like I'm saying, I've seen people really, really blow it in a way, and it starts with all of these things we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It starts with bad money habits. It starts with gambling, credit card debt, pulling loans to lever and to do more. Again, I've shared with you guys so many clear-cut rules and just, stories from my life that could really help you. And again, if you are ignoring those warning signs and goalposts, I mean, shit. So that's the problem. But yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out. And like I'm saying, just different people are at different stages. But you don't have to listen to me. That's what I'm saying. But please don't make me waste my time. We shouldn't go back. Like I'm saying, you just do what you need to do. If you don't agree, I don't benefit or lose off of it. But I am saying, like, there's warning signs. There really is. And once you start venturing into certain behaviors, just know what door you're opening. $10% gross income, because it's right when you make the money. You pay yourself first. So that's why it's gross income. What if we got a duplex 2021 cash flowing on the verge of falling apart? Ride it out or cut losses. That one, if the repairs are big enough, I would sell it. If you really don't want to deal with it, or you got to factor the repairs and tell me what it is. I had that happen with a property 2 years ago, but I kept it. So I got the house for a steal. It was a steal, bro. And I had it rented, and then the renter left. And then like in between the renters, I think the AC unit, water heater, and something else got fucked. And I was like, dude, it's like 20 grand. And then I think the roof. No, that was the other one. That was the Airbnb. And I was like, what? And yeah, I was going to sell it, but then I got a good quote. If it was going to cost me like 50, 60K, I was just going to sell it. I didn't care because I don't want the repairs. Because if I have to deal with repairs too much and it kills equity and time, and I have to focus on that and I can't use it, get it out of there. But at the same time, 3.2 is solid as fuck, bro. Mine wasn't at 3.2. Mine was just a good equity deal. So you got to factor it in. It may work, or it may work even with the repairs, and then think about the longevity, where it's going. Is there opportunity to increase the rents? All of that. So you could email that one over, and I'll look at it after. But calculate repairs like very specifically and get a real good number and overestimate them. And if you're not comfortable with the overestimate, or it makes you feel a little woozy, I would consider selling it. You can also get other investors and all of that, and I mean, I could help you with it, but the easy route would just be take it. But I don't want you to sell it. I don't think you should. That's the thing. You should try. That's like I tell everybody. You should go through every single step to make sure you don't have to sell it. But like I'm saying, mathematically, if you're about to give up all your equity to get a new AC, and then the cash flow is not really, you're just making cash flow on it, and then there's no good upside in that area, yeah, it may be a good time to harvest. But then what's the other thing I'm going to tell you? What's next? So remember, any step you want to take, you got to do a little bit more work. You got to either work for the repairs right now and see what's good and really figure that out, or what's the other step though? Let's say you do sell it. What am I going to tell you next? So you were like, repairs, I want to sell it. Maybe we decide that's a good option. There's another step though. What is it? Yep. You guys get it. You get it, you just got to be a little bit stronger with it. It's not like make a plan about it. You have to know exactly where you're putting that money next. So I wouldn't sell it if I didn't know where I was going to put it. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, we can consider selling it. That's just the reality. But we have to do it strategically. What are we going to buy next? Where are you going to put the money? What are we going to do with the mortgage? Because again, you're going to be able to get another mortgage. You're going to get a bunch of equity. If you don't have a plan for it, it's going to be wasted. I promise you. That's why I keep warning people about this. That's why I tell them to put it in something new. Because if you don't have that plan and you sell it, the money's just going to sit there until you read a fucked up chat comment or you get a fucked up idea one day. If the money is not been allocated, it's at risk of loss. Occupy your time. But yeah, that's what I would do. Sell it. Well, what's the numbers? It could be a headache, but if it's vacant, what does that cost you? And how does that stack up? Yo, Dash. It's only $1. Just nothing else is moving. INHD, that was yesterday, I think. Or was that today? No, I think it was yesterday and today. Yeah, Google went down a little bit. Gold hit the high. But yeah, calculate the money on the last one that's not rented. Because you may be stressed out, but if we're talking $2,000 a year, $4,000 a year, that's not that big of a headache. You get what I'm saying? Especially if that, depending on the value of the house. So you just got to make sure it's like worth it. You could go a couple months without a renter. That's fine. But you know, if it's a good property, good. Yo, Uber, something's going on. You had DoorDash and Uber. There's going to be policy somewhere. It doesn't look like it has follow through yet. Yeah, they're already scamming on the, what's it called? There's one 1 cent, but it's too far out the money. They already scammed one of them. Down 2.2. I don't know what it is. There's something brewing there. McFadden, nope. I would have taken they just jacked up the 1 cent ones. They put it $10 out the money. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, DoorDash and Uber both moved on that. Okay, they're both going down still. Oh, it could be the conference. You're right. Because that if it's not policy, and they're both moving in tandem, a conference can produce that outcome. 9/5. No, they're on Monday. They're September 8th. So yeah, I don't know. Let me check DoorDash. Uber's on Monday for the conference. Yeah, nothing on DoorDash. I didn't play that one though. I would have if they didn't scam it, but I was too late. Well, Tesla, they released the app for the cyber thing, but I don't know really much about it. I want to try it. I would love to. I've been in the Waymo, man, and that thing was great. Wells Fargo target raise on Uber. Yeah, there's nothing else. I only got interested because Dash and then Uber next. If you get them moving in tandem, it's something, but yeah, that one didn't have it. Trump plans rules to target imports of Chinese drones and heavy-duty vehicles. I'm surprised none of them went down. None of the China autos moved. BBBY. Alrighty. Let me go to the back. We might go to Philo early. God bless Chattadownia. Hunter, I didn't see that, Mr. Albert. 62 months. Chattadownia. Good day to start Nvidia position. I mean, if you're interested, I could offer you something else. Have you heard of the Air DR? It's like an ADR, but with air. So I got an allocation if you want. I could sell you some if you're interested. So it's like a Nvidia, but you get to own the air of the stock. So like, it's like a stock. I have my own blockchain for it. And then what we could do is like, I'll sell it to you for a couple $100 each. And then you get to buy the space that Nvidia shares were once there for. So it's very similar to the owner. It's very cool. It's going to be a new financial product. It's very, very popular. Yeah. You could put it in your long term. Yeah, if you're interested. So if you're interested in that, I could sign you up. It'll cost a little bit, but yeah, contact me for more info. No news on Uber. I looked at it. That's why I said pull it up. There could be something, but yeah, the premium's tweaked. He'll pass. Hey man, not everybody gets the future. You know what I'm saying? No worries. Jack in a Box, they cut the dividend. I like Jack in a Box, but I don't. Unfortunately, they're kind of struggling. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Well, maybe we just move to Philo, call it a day. I just like that it's close to AGI. So I don't really know how the technology is, but it worked. I'm telling you, bro, Waymo's a trip. All right, Chattadonia. I felt safe, though. I mean, I think the direct quote when I was driving, I think I screamed and I said, "Ah, this little demon car, what is it doing?" So it reminded me of a demon car, but I felt kind of safe, yeah. He was very aggressive. Like, it drove like a human. It was so weird. Like, it saw an open lane and it took it. I tripped out, bro. I was like, what? That's why I was like, it made me feel safe, but not at the same time. Because I'm like, only a human would do that. But then I'm like, why the fuck is the computer doing it, bro? What is Philo? You haven't been here in a while? We all gather around in a circle, and then I make them give me all of their money. So please have your donations ready. So yeah. We just go, and then we all pledge our allegiance to Josh. And then we highlight how great he is. And then I ask for pledges. And then they bring forth their pledges. Anybody else not pledging will be removed. And then, yeah, super simple. There's not anything crazy. But yeah, I would love for you to be there, man. And please have your pledges ready. Thank you. I don't know if we'll get another No Rule Friday. But if you guys haven't noticed, I just ignore everything. It's just I just didn't ban you for some of the questions, but I just don't even, I just ignore it, bro. What do you want me to do? I can't go backwards. That's why I'm glad I still got to work very good. I hope people locked in did too. But this morning, bro, you saw it. There was a lot of plays. I'm surprised everybody posted every play except the very good one, ironically enough. And yeah, so there was a lot, and I see it. There was one of the guys, you kept asking, you know, like, you see the people post rocket ships, you see the people, they're asking the same long-term question thing. So if you watch the watch list and are locked in and are really communicating and listening, you could ask any question you'd like, ask anybody else. But yeah, if it's a question we've kind of already covered or it's not there, I mean, rules or not, I mean, I'm not there. You feel overwhelmed? Well, that's good, because you have to plan, and you have to really make a plan and commitment. So if you want to be less overwhelmed, I would lock in. But I can't. You're going to be more overwhelmed trying to take a little from me, a little from there, a little from the next guy, throw in some gambling, have no discipline. Like, that's it. That's why I've done all this. I think I've made it very clear where I stand this year and on the topics and what else it may be, so that it's not overwhelming and it's easy. But I can't control how you want to go about it. So listen, and you'll be good. I'm going to play Battlefield today after the bell. I said, well, do you got the long term? If you got the long term, the 10%, you should be very well aware of where your balance is. Do you have more growth? Do you have more growth? Do you have more value? Those are the things you should know. Like, right, just how I know. I even talked about it yesterday. I'm like, this is what I have, this is what I want, but this is what I'm looking for and why we're waiting for it and what we're waiting for. And if something came up, we would move. So just get there and get on the plan, because the moment will be there. And like I told the other guy, your first couple of moves aren't going to matter. And then as long as you're like starting with the plan and actually saving it, you're going to be good. All right, yeah, you got a good amount of money then. So do you have a house yet? So that's the beauty, because then we should have a good small plan to move into the long term. Keep it quality and safe. Let it grow. Yeah, and then you got the home. Beautiful. All right, now you just got to rebuild. So we'll find a good growth or next one. Last one was Intel, but now it's too high. And then go on yesterday's watch list. You could see what we talked about. Because we talked about a bunch of names, and I explained why I like them and why I don't. Like Target and UPS. Those are names we like. Or even NVO. So, but whatever it is, you got to go little by little. That's the point that like I think a lot of people get turned off by. Like the patience this year, we haven't done much, but like, dude, what are you gonna do? Everyone's like, I have 80K, I have 100, I need to do something with it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna buy something and wait. Our plan is for 10 years anyways. So that realistically, people want something to buy so it could go up, and they say long term, but they're hoping they could sell it and then buy something else. You see what I'm saying? You have all this money, bro. Once you spend it all you're gonna do is wait anyways to get the result. That's how we make our money. You make your money off the buy, and then you gotta wait. So that's why I'm saying, just little by little, that's where you gotta focus on and get it out there, because we are playing a waiting game for the good prices. So yeah, that's it. Little by little, you'll be good. You got a good setup. Be small. That's on me. UPS looks cheap. I can't trust you. You just asked about Nvidia at the highest price ever, and now UPS is cheap. I am baffled. I need Jesus. I need to get my philo on before I get angry, because I was so pissed, dude. Grr. I think I still am pissed. What the fuck? How do I stop? My goodness. This shit's hard, dude. It's hard. Stanlow Refinery, UK, shut down. Down. One guy said turn down the music. My favorite was on the watch list. I said, you guys are gonna have no rules tomorrow. And then the next thing they asked was for me to do something. I said, what? That's not even... This is for you. You're supposed to have no rules. Why you want me to... Now you want me to have a rule? Crazy. I have listened to lo-fi, yeah. We've done it a little bit here. You hope I did not touch a nerve? No, you're good. I don't know if you could pick up on my sarcasm. This is why I need to show you guys. Like, unfortunately, Just the internet doesn't have a real effect on me, you guys. Like, that's what I'm saying. And I don't know. People get really... I just have a real deep love for the people that have changed their life. That's it. Like, I meet them. I invite them to my home. They join in through real estate and many other things. So I think a lot of people have used that to misinterpret. Because I really do care about some people. But everything... It's the fucking internet, bro. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I just ignored everything in the morning and I made my money. Again, y'all, whatever you say to me, I'll just agree with you. I'm fine with that. I'm angry. I'm a religious nut job. Amen. We're line them up, baby. Run it. This is so that's why I hope I didn't touch a nerve for you, and that's why I told you if you're gonna be touchy, you probably shouldn't have listened to me, because I hate Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren is a bitch. See, because you started the conversation about how you said it struck your nerve. So that's the only reason why I responded to you. I didn't want you to feel sad. But yeah, I'm fine. I hope. But yeah, Elizabeth Warren's a terrible person. If you put your trust in her, you will fail in life. Because why do I say that? Because you can see it everywhere. Damn it, those UNHs frogged, bro. I should have sent out the second one. Oh, no. Yeah, it's the same price. They're about to. So yeah, you could go for it now if you want. I'm saying UPS isn't cheap. I didn't say that. I'm saying, why wouldn't you just buy Nvidia? All right, man. I gotta go. I gotta go to Philo. I gotta go. It's time. I ran out of time today. All right, Chad. If you want to hear Jesus, I'll see you there. God bless America. No rules even, too, if you'd like. I think it'll be fun. I want to see how it works. That's it. God bless America. Thank you, guys. I love you. Woo! Happy Friday. Oh, wait. Let me make sure it takes... I think it should, but I'm just so angry today. I can't see through my anger. No, I'm actually excited. But now, what am I? Who am I? The Lord sent me. Okay. All right, bye.